about time this idiot did a second episode of YuYu Hakusho. Hey nerds, welcome to Between Nerds. This is Kuwabara. I'm here with Julius and Roby, our guest, and Aldo, our co-host. Hey, thank you, Kuwabara. Hey, Drew. Hey, Roby. How you guys doing?
What's going on?
What's up, what's up? Welcome to episode, what, is this 67 or 68?
68.
This is episode 68 of Between Nerds Podcast. This is still season 3, episode 8. At the beginning of this episode, I do want to remind everybody to use the November hashtag to be entered into our monthly giveaway. That is hashtag Nerds for the Homeless. That is NERDSFORHOMELESS in an original tweet or Instagram post to be entered into our November giveaway. And for every like and retweet, we will be giving to the...
We're going to be doing a food drive.
A food drive,
yeah.
But for the El Paso Coalition of the Homeless, or what is
Correct.
that? Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The OC, yeah. Yes, guys, and we do encourage you to, give something, any canned goods to any shelter. It doesn't have to be the one that we donated stuff with, but it's a hard time for people, People miss their families this time of year.
Yeah, and November, is about getting together and helping, your fellow man for a little bit. So, this is how we're giving back to our local El Paso community.
Absolutely. And, to not beat around the bush anymore, we finally got to our second episode of the second season of YuYu Hakusho. So we're here back with Roby. Roby, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you guys doing today?
Good. What'd you think about last episode? Did you listen to that episode? What's up?
Listen to it. I definitely need to talk a little bit louder for you guys so you can hear my booming projecting voice.
Go ahead.
No, it was good. I had a good time with you guys. It was fun. I really, outside of you guys, and Twitter, I don't really talk about anime with anybody, so it's fun to...
For whatever reason, we keep injecting anime discourse everywhere we're at. Even last night, we were at somebody's birthday party and we're just talking about anime nonstop. We can't help ourselves anymore. And what's so hilarious is that because we're so used to talking about it in a podcasting platform, we discuss it. We can't just talk about it anymore.
We can't just be I like it. You like it? I like it too.
I like it because of bring out a bulleted point. This is my 5-layer discussion on why I think Dragon Ball Z is okay at best.
Talking about fucking Dragon Ball Z, man. Season 2 of the YuYu Hakusho, the Dark Tournament. God damn, man, it's such ahead of its time. YuYu Hakusho, the only thing that it missed, at least for me, it's those super meta details that they put on 90s anime. Sometimes they'll focus on a brand of a stereo, and then you see the Sony and you see the knobs, and
you see that in Cowboy Bebop a lot. They'll bring oh, I'm starving. They bring out a highly detailed plate of food.
Correct. And honestly, that is one of the only things that this fucking anime is missing for me. And
it shows a lot of the differences in how animation was treated in the 90s compared to now. Because in the 90s, everything had to be hand drawn. Had to be hand drawn. So them just putting a highly detailed frame in motion is just ridiculous, especially for the time. But I think Yu Hakusho is excellent. I think the author of the manga, Yoshihiro Togashi, he's the GOAT. To be honest, you see so many lessons he's learning while writing Yu Yu Hakusho that translate from the beginning to Hunter x Hunter.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hunter x Hunter just feels like a much more well-defined and refined version of Yu Yu Hakusho. But that's what makes Yu Yu Hakusho cool, because you're watching something be created in real time.
A prelude, yeah.
Yeah. You're it's like watching
history, man.
Yeah, but it's anime.
Yeah. No, I completely get it. The way the story is written, like you said before in the other episode, that it's not it's not like JoJo's where, you just write off.
Yeah. And the fan base knows that the author is just going to write things off and that it's not supposed to really be taken too seriously. It's about cool character models and explosive fucking dialogue.
Very cool character models. And I mentioned Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I was telling Roby before you got here that I can't think of 5 animes, I can't think of 5 animes that put a tournament arc so well. I mean, fucking Dragon Ball Z does it every fucking season they fucking get.
Yeah.
And it doesn't compare. It's nothing.
Right, Yu Yu Hakusho, the Dark Tournament Saga, which is what we're discussing for most of Season 2 and the beginning of Season 3. I don't know why they they list their episodes like that. But the Dark Tournament Saga is such like a, like he perfected like the writing trope when it came to like a shonen tournament saga. It's like, I'm tired of a Monster of the Week kind of writing. I'm just going to throw all these badass characters in one room, and that's all we're going to write about for 40 episodes.
And you know what? One thing that I did appreciate was the story decision or writing decision of putting just demons in the crowd so they're expendable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can kill a bunch of these people and nobody really cares because they're demons.
And it's like even cooler because the story acknowledges it. Like you get whole ass dialogue scenes. It's just like giant explosion destroys half the arena. Well, they were just demons.
And you're like, okay, cool.
All right,
I can live with that.
It's like low class apparitions. That's fine. No worries.
Absolutely. Do you want to pick us up where we're at like the beginning of the Dark Tournaments, or where did we finish?
We finished. I'll be honest, I was a little intoxicated last time. Don't quite remember. I started watching season 2, episode 29, kind of right when they start with Kurama fighting.
Right. So I believe we finished off with the invitation from the Toguro brother.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Big Toguro shows up and he destroys like a building and he's like, Yusuke, you have to come fight me in the Dark Tournament Saga or you're a pussy. And Yusuke's no bitch, so he's like, I'll meet you there, asshole.
So one thing that I didn't get, what is the purpose of the tournament?
It's just entertainment.
It's just entertainment.
Yeah, even, what's his name? The leader? Kurama? The baby? Koenma, thank you. Koenma flat out says at the beginning of the Dark Tournament Saga that he only participates and lets it happen to like appease the masses. He's like, I don't want to riot on my hands. I want people to have a good time. And this is like the only bone these low class apparitions get is just watching people murder each other on stage.
Yeah, I love it. I love the crowd. It's great character in this anime.
Yeah, and when we start introducing characters at the beginning of the Dark Tournament Saga, we're coming off like a 6-month training arc. After the invitation, Yusuke was training with Genkai. Kuwabara was just off in the woods fucking off by himself.
Making swords.
What's his name? The guy? Hiei was just selling his soul to some demons to get a stronger demon eye. And
Koenma was growing some flowers.
Yeah, and hanging out with his mom. But what's hilarious is that, so they meet up. The Dark Tournament Saga does not take place in Demon World.
Right.
Which I think in itself is kind of strange. Which means that like the actual like world government is in on this a little bit. Like they know what's going on the inside.
Yeah. Well, it was some sort of like Squid Game fucking high billionaires putting it together and shit like that.
Exactly. But so our Team Urameshi has to like jump on a ship full of demons and to take them to the hotel where the actual tournament's happening.
Some island, some remote island.
And then Yusuke's still asleep from the training at this point still.
Yeah, like that's how you know, like he's like, I haven't slept in like 2 months. Genkai didn't let me sleep. I'm exhausted. But you feel like he's so much stronger from here, like immediately. Because like demons are like, oh, we're gonna sneak up on him because he's asleep. And he's just like, but him with his eyes closed, he'll actually speak out loud, get the fuck away from me before I murder you. So the demons are just like, whoa, I was just kidding.
Yeah. And here we get one of the, I'm sorry. One of the noticeable like drip, quote unquote, our crew gets. We see Botan in different outfits. We see YuYu on his drippy red fucking jacket.
Yeah.
Longer than just one episode or like 10 seconds.
He's not in his green school uniform anymore. Yeah. Which is like dumb that they put Kuwabara back in his school uniform.
He kept it basically the whole tournament, which was like...
Until like the very last one.
Yeah, the very last showdown between groups. Because this is a team kind of tournament. So you have... Your 4 or 5 4 crew members?
I think it's 5.
5? So we have Hiei, Kumara, Kuwabara, YuYu, and...
The Masked Fighter. Wink.
And we all fucking know is Genkai.
Yeah. Because they even like, characters say it flat out. Because I think it's like Hiei... Or, no, it's Kuwabara, who's like the dumb one, and he's asking questions. Where's Genkai? Genkai should be here supporting us. And everyone's just like, side-eyed, like, do we tell him? Do we not tell him?
Poor Kuwabara. And she's even wearing like the same outfit she wore like throughout like first season.
She's just wearing like a hijab.
Yeah.
And so, like, the very first, like, show of strength that we're getting from our main character, our main cast of 5, is... Everyone cannot stand Urameshi because he's the spirit fighter and he's been killing all these demons that have been sneaking into the human world. So everyone's going to jump him in the middle of the night along with his whole team on this ship, but they just get their asses handed to them like really quickly.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned this probably last week, I think. You're like, I wonder what we'd missed from the manga to give more context to the hatreds from all the other demons to Urameshi. Because he's like a Constantine kind of character that he's been just exercising fucking demons and demons want to kill.
Right, but in season 1, we only saw 3 arcs of him acting as the spirit detective. Yeah. So it seems like there's a lot of world building that was cut, which I get, because like by the end of the Dark Tournament Saga, you're already on like episode 70 something. Mm-hmm. But so we're led to believe that off screen, Urameshi was doing a lot more spirit fighting and like detective work than was originally like described.
Do you have any context on the manga?
I've actually never read the manga. To kind of interject what you're saying about like, you know, what's he doing off screen. Season 3, the rest of season 3, to kind of jump ahead just for a quick second, when they're fighting Sensui, it kind of gives a little background as to why like the spirit detective and the demons hate each other so much, and there's a lot more context thrown into that.
Yeah.
And it really talks about like, you know, spirit world isn't as just as it might seem, so it gives a lot more background in the next arc.
Okay. Yeah, because even like halfway through the Dark Tournament, we know that there's a difference between like your demon energy and your spirit energy that humans have.
At the end of season 1, we started learning about how life energy can be turned into spirit energy.
Like last-ditch effort, or whatever the case is. And then that kind of sort of goes away, but doesn't.
It doesn't?
Sort of.
It's kind of convoluted, a little bit.
It is. It's not like Nen in fucking...
Which is a hyper well-defined like power system. Like,
absolutely.
Everything. Nen is written so well, which is the same thing. It's spirit energy, but like every spirit has a different kind of flow and like affinity, right? Mm-hmm. And I was describing it like when you were here a month ago already. It again like reaffirms that like how more mature of like an author like this manga kind of became, because YuYu Hakusho, especially in the Dark Tournament Saga, like the first few rounds is really like bigger explosion go boom. You know what I mean? Like every fight ends like that. It's just like, oh, well, if I just believe in myself, then I can make a bigger explosion and I can beat this guy. Which is the ending of almost every single like fight. But it's still great because it's like...
It was at the time, it was so well done and new, and not a lot of animes had done it that well before. So you can kind of get past the believe in yourself, explosion go boom.
Shit, animes now are not doing it that well now.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I've been watching... Tact Opt Destiny, which is like Crunchyroll's original studio Mappa produced, like large scale, like they're really trying to push it on the industry. And really, like, it's just, it's missing everything. Like, the world is not fleshed out, the power system's not fleshed out. Great character modeling, but it doesn't have like this, like, early 90s kind of like passion in it. Like, it feels empty. It feels like a husk. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, like, it's like, if a professional artist is copying somebody else's work, you can just, you see it. Like, it's not there. You're missing something. That intangible.
But what I like about our fights here, not only is just a tournament arc, a tournament season, it's, throughout these fights that our crew is going up against, they are learning. They are learning what their weaknesses are, what their strengths are, but it is very inner dialogue. Like, none of them actually come together and are like, hey, you suck at this, you suck at this, you suck at this. And it feels more...
It's like trusting your teammates though. You trust them to get the job done. It's just, and you hear it at a certain point from Hiei when he's like locked away for an arc where everyone's like, Hiei, break out, everyone needs your help. And he is talking to different cast members, but he's kind of talking to the audience at the same time. You're like, no, I see it in Kuwabara's eyes right now. I see that something's about to happen.
He's got it.
He's about to wake up. I understand where my boy's coming from. Like, it's almost there. He's about to awaken, which is like, so the both like the beauty and like the highly criticized part of tournament sagas and tournament arcs in anime is that like it's so fast paced that they need a new like call to action every fucking fight. It's just like, oh, I'm beat. I'm about to die. It's all right, guys. Go on without me. But your girlfriend's in the crowd. My girlfriend's in the crowd. I got this. And I think both Yusuke and Kuwabara have that same kind of motivation in like 3 different fights.
Yeah, in all the fucking seasons.
Because like, even Yusuke's about to die, like, the first time, it's just like, whatever, it's fine if I lose. But then his girlfriend's in the crowd, it's just like, oh, I can't lose in front of my girl!
Mm-hmm. And, you can definitely tell, I'm sorry, you can definitely tell what carried on to, Hunter x Hunter. Mm-hmm. Like, in the first fight, the first team that we're fighting here, it's like the kid with the yo-yos, it's very... a lot of the team that we're going up against has like artifacts, gimmicks, yeah, and you can tell that carried on to what it then is,
right,
in the one tournament, the tower tournament,
because it's so fun. But the way YuYu Hakusho treats it, it's like, I have yo-yos, but I can imbue my own spirit energy into it, and I can control the yo-yos.
Hamon.
Yeah, kind of, exactly. But it's so It is gimmicky, but at the same time, when it matters, it's kind of just like, I summoned a bigger power than you did, and I automatically win. So our first team here is like the most unique group of fighters we've seen in YuYu Hakusho thus far. Mm-hmm. Like, we've seen those wannabe demon lords that want to invade the human world last season. There was the ice dragon guy, there was the lightning guy, there was the
fire
guy. Which, like, it's funny that he keeps rehashing the, like, elemental power kind of bit about it. Mm-hmm. Because by the time we meet our first group of enemies in the tournament saga, there's literally a fire guy, but he's the fire prodigy, and, like, no one's ever beat him, and he instantly destroys everybody all the time. Mm-hmm. And then we have, like, what you were describing, the little kid that plays with yo-yos. And who's the group leader? Was it the drunk?
Yes. The Kung Fu, the Drunken Master.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because they're all one-on-one fights, you get to see where everyone's coming from. So, like, round 1, us as the audience, we don't see, like, all the results of the training that have happened over the past 6 months or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, when Kuwabara's like, I'll show you guys, I can make a giant, my spirit sword's even bigger now. He's just getting his ass handed to him by, like, this little demon child.
Mm-hmm. With the yo-yos?
With yo-yos, and I can't even remember how he got out of it.
Like you said, I mean, Kuwabara is, go ahead.
Oh, he basically, the Rico was his name? I can't remember exactly.
I think it's Rico.
He gets his yo-yos, he launches them up in the air, and then he just lets them drop like, oh, he's a human, he can't fly, he's gonna squish into the ground. And so Kuwabara's like, hey, sword, get longer. And so he, like, uses it basically as like a javelin, lands on the ground, and it sends it towards him.
Right, you're right, yeah. He uses his sword as a one of those jumping staffs, long jump, whatever you call it.
I think it is called a javelin.
Yeah.
In the long jump, it's called a javelin, right? Yeah.
And, he propels himself to him, and he just headbutts him in the chest, right?
Like knocks him out of the ring.
And knocks him out of the
ass, yeah.
Yeah. This first group is not really intense. I mean, for me, one of the first fights that really got to me was the one where the scientists got that group of kids.
Oh, yeah. Where he brainwashes, or not brainwashes, he puts a little device on their back to change up. He puts, like, nanobots in their blood or some shit like that to mind control.
But what I do think is funny, which that's already, like, round 3 when they fight that group of guys, because what's funny for, like, the first couple rounds is that Yusuke has, like, this magnetic personality, so he keeps making friends out of his enemies, which in and of itself is such, like, a classic, like, shonen writing trope.
Taka no Jutsu? It's
Canelo beating the shit out of somebody 3 years younger than him and, like, apologizing afterwards. I'm sorry I beat your ass so bad, dude.
Let's hang out.
But, the only reason I bring that up is because the very last fight in this round is Yusuke wakes up from, like, this 3-day nap he's been having, and, like, fights the drunken master that Aldo was describing.
Chu? His
name is Chu?
Yeah.
And him and Rinku are, like, demons that came from the slums. You know what I mean? Like, Rinku was getting his ass kicked, and Chu, the drunken master, like, fought for the little guy. He stood up for the little guy. And he's a full-fledged demon. He's drawn as like a humanoid, but he's like 8 feet tall, ginormous, and like absolutely shit-faced off of ogre sauce.
Oh yeah, ogre blood or whatever.
It was like ogre liquor or something. Yeah. And like it instantly makes like half the crowd pass out just by like opening the bottle. So it's Aldo Mendez off the sauce, and he's just like, meet me in the middle of the ring, bro, and we're just gonna box it out. Like, no more blasts, no more fighting. We're just gonna straight duke it out.
Death match.
Yeah. He pulls hunting knives out of his pockets, sticks them in the ground, and it's just like, hey, if your heel goes backwards, it's gonna start going into your foot, and you're gonna cut yourself. So you have to lunge forward and just keep trying to knock the other dude out, which is what they're doing in the middle of the ring for like a whole episode. And it's such like, I could see somebody being like, that's such cheap writing. They're not even doing anything. They're literally just showing 20 minutes of these punches being thrown. But it's like, shut the fuck up.
It's amazing. Like,
yeah. Like, that shit's so tight. And then afterwards, it's just Chu being like, oh, Yusuke beat my ass, but he's such a courageous kid. I want him to be my best friend. And that just goes on to like the very next round too, because the very next round is like more fucking elemental guys.
Jin. But we can't skip Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
No.
Maybe my all-time favorite technique in the entire series.
It's dope. It's great. Because, so what you're describing is Hiei, with his third eye.
The Jagan Eye.
The Jagan Eye can summon, like, dragon demon spirits from the other world?
Yeah, the dragon from Spirit World. He has to use his spirit energy to, like, as bait to draw it out. Mm-hmm. And the idea is that, like, he can bring it out, but he can't fully control it. Like, that's really driven home in the anime, like, no one's ever controlled it, so on and so forth, foreshadowing, whatever.
They also describe there being multiple, like, elemental dragons.
Yes, there's a dragon of the living world, too, that he uses.
Yeah.
Not as strong.
Absolutely. But it's crazy when it happens, because this is round 1, and Hiei just, like, gives up his dominant arm to the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. Mm-hmm. Because what Roby's describing, he has to, like, not only bait it out with his own spirit energy, but he can't control it. Like, it's like, you're bribing the spirit.
Yeah, once it's out, it's out.
Yeah. So
it's almost like Cyclops from the X-Men without his glasses, kind of thing.
Absolutely, but it's also like it's a monster, so you have to like coax it. So you're like, hey, I'll give you my right arm if you destroy my enemy for him. So the enemy he is fighting is just this fire dude, and he can make such big blasts that it's like, oh, how's Hiei gonna fight him? Because we've only seen the Hiei fight with like swords and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then all he does is just like, oh, you pussy, I'm just gonna summon this Dragon of the Darkness Flame. It's gonna consume my right hand, and I'm just gonna leave nothing of you. Like, there's just like ash afterwards.
Just an ember of his fucking body in the wall.
And this, I mean, him giving out his arm, it's like a deterrent for like the entire of the season almost. Mm-hmm. Until they show up to another team.
To the final round.
But I can't really remember what other like main fights we're seeing here.
The second round was the ninjas.
The ninjas?
Yeah, the elemental ninjas. Because so what did they call? Did they call them shinobi or did they
shinobi?
Yeah, they didn't use the term ninjas. They called them shinobi. So it's like a clan of demon world executioners that like kill political like oppositions to whoever can pay them, right?
Yeah. Basically, just hitmen, essentially.
Yeah, just hitmen, but they also have really cool, like, elemental demon powers. So we meet somebody that's from the same clan as the ice dragon guy from season 1, except he's an ice ninja. We meet Toya. We've got an earth ninja, we've got a wind ninja. Jin. And what's interesting about them more than anybody else is that if you win the Dark Tournament Saga, you can ask for anything.
Yeah, you can make any wish and it'll be granted.
Right. And what's also happening at that same time is, so the shinobi have been promised the island that the Dark Tournament Saga is happening on. But there's also like a crooked tournament.
The committee
that's being run by this one fucking billionaire. Because what we saw at the end of season 1 is that there's just like these obscenely rich guys that are throwing billions and billions of dollars at demons just to get whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, it's a big, it's actually really big in this entire season, and it's, is it Sakio? He's a guy with the long black hair. Mm-hmm. And he's pretty much just smoking a cigarette, just watching everything unfold, basically.
Mm-hmm. He's the main mob boss from, like, the first season, right?
Yeah, and he's the one that has Toguro on his payroll.
Mm-hmm. But he's not, like, watching him, and then the like in the series, they have him versus like a true scumbag, rich dude gambling that's like pulling the strings in the whole tournament, trying to screw over the Urameshi team.
Yeah.
And he's like...
They'll make them do back-to-back rounds. They'll, like, just randomly lock up half their team for no reason.
But then, so, like, you see that compared to Sakyo, who's, for all intents and purposes, like an evil person.
Mm-hmm.
But he actually seems kind of like a good guy. There's a scene in there where Kuwabara's sister's running away from some demons, and then he, like, saves her life twice.
Shizuru?
Shizuru.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shizuru.
Yeah. So, at that same time, Keiko, Botan, and Shizuru are watching, like, the boys fight, which is terrible because, like, they're the only humans in, like, this entire demon crowd, which I don't understand how they never got eaten.
Well, they tried to fuck him up a couple times.
And, like, but this is the thing about Botan's character that I don't understand. Because she's seen as, like, this demon local celebrity. She's literally the Grim fucking Reaper. She takes spirits to the afterlife, but she has no, like, physical, like, powers of her own.
Nothing.
At all. Like, at all. We never see her really fight. Even in season 1, when she, air quotes, fought in the red leather outfit,
with a baseball bat?
With a baseball bat.
Yeah.
She's just running around being like, hope these demons don't eat me. It's literally the Grim Reaper just trying to bash things on the head with a baseball bat. Which is such like a missed opportunity, I think.
I think so too. Like, I thought it was so unique that they have, you know, the Grim Reaper taking people from like the River of Styx and everything. As,
oh, yeah. She mentions the River Styx all the time.
You know, this blue-haired, pretty girl. And like, it's so unique. And then she turns way more human the next, like, from then on out, like, that's it. There's nothing supernatural. There's no powers. There's no special abilities, anything. So I think exactly as you just said, I think that was a hugely missed opportunity.
Do you know what the Becknell Test is?
No.
It's hilarious because it's a test that was created by a film professor, and it's about a film or a TV show or a product passes the Becknell test if two female characters can have a conversation that's not about a man. Right? So it's seen as like this really progressive like meter on whether something is like air quote sexist or not. I don't have an opinion about it. I don't care. But the only reason I'm bringing that up is that like YuYu Hakusho fails the Becknell test like every which way. Mm-hmm. There's like 5 or 6 female characters that never have a conversation that's not about one of the guys. And I also think it's funny because I'm watching Inside Job, like the Netflix original like animated series. And it's a comedy, but there's a scene where they're making fun of the Becknell test in it. There's these 2 female characters that are like, oh, we're gonna fail the Becknell test in this episode. What do we do? Have a conversation. Let's talk about something. Just don't talk about any of the guys. The sky's pretty clear today. Okay, cool. We did it.
What show is this?
Inside Job.
I haven't seen that one.
It's so funny. It's so hilarious. There's an Akira reference in like the very first episode where they start turning into the fucking science baby thing, where they're like, it's like that thing from Akira. Have you seen Akira? Of course I've seen Akira. Anime is really mainstream right now. Move along. So, fuck, I got sidetracked by Inside Job. But, YuYu Hakusho is all the character beats are just centered around the dudes.
Right.
Always. And the thing about the shinobi is that they're not really bad guys. You know what I mean? They're being manipulated by the tournament team.
Right.
By the tournament organizers because they've been promised something that like everyone knows they're not going to get. Mm. And they're willing to die for a place and like a land to call their own. But before then, I think I have it a little mixed up in my head. Mm-hmm. The ninjas were round 3. Round 2 were a group of humans with demon energy. So it's left ambiguous and we don't know right away like what's really going on with these guys. But they have like demon appendages, they have like demon like organs coming out of their backs, and they're being manipulated by like this evil doctor character. What was his name? The doctor's name?
The bat looking dude. Ichigaki. And we noticed that Kuwabara is having like some dreams, and he's having like this his affinity to the spirit, to feelings, and his
spiritually aware.
Yeah, his spiritual awareness allows him to have like these nightmares of him looking over this dying guy, this dying elder surrounded by his students.
Right.
Like in a like a dojo type setting.
Correct. Like in a regular traditional house.
I think that's really good, like, character writing, because they made the most spiritually aware character the dumbest one. Mm-hmm. So, like,
what does this mean?
Yeah, exactly. So if there was anybody capable, they'd figure it out right away. But, like, it's so, like, you feel a step ahead from the characters on screen as a viewing audience, because it's just like, oh, I bet I can guess what's going on. But it takes, like, 3 episodes for the character that's having this premonition to understand what's actually happening. Because, so the gimmick here is that these guys made a deal with this Dr. Ichigaki character to be imbued with demon energy to fight in the tournament. And if they win the tournament for Dr. Ichigaki, he'll bring back their sensei from the afterlife because he had like some terminal illness that nobody could solve.
He was going to cure them, whatever the case was.
Right.
Yeah, like really good kids because... I mean, besides the premonitions that Kuwabara is having, we go to the actual scene of what transpired during that, and it's just this weird batty-looking guy shows up. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want your sensei to get better?" And one of the kids is like, "Get away! We don't have money." He's like, "No, it's free." He's like, "Oh, well, if it's free, cool." He's like, "But you have to do something for me," and that's kind of where it lets us off as an audience.
Yeah, and he's also I think it's funny that shonens a lot of times have these kind of characters. It reminds me of like the energy meters from Dragon Ball Z, where like
9,000.
Yeah, he can calculate people's like probability to win in a fight based off their current energy levels, right? Mm. But the thing about our shonen protagonists is that they have this intangible kind of like pull it out of your ass like spirit at the end of every fight. So every time it seems like our guys are going to lose, they just summon energy within. They believe in themselves strong enough to develop a new potential in the middle of a fight.
Well, to interrupt real quick, leading up to this fight, Yusuke can't fire his spirit gun. Mm-hmm. He's having trouble. Like,
he has ED.
Yeah, he has ED. He needs that
erectile dysfunction.
So he's in the woods and he's trying to fire. He can't fire. He gets saved by another character. I can't remember off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. And so that's like the big shtick right now, that he can't use his spirit energy. So then,
yeah, his dick's broken under pressure. It's not working.
Yeah, he needs to get his head right. But
just give him a second; it'll be all right.
Sorry to interrupt again. One little quip about this the tournament is that at the beginning of each round, the team leaders agree on stipulations on how they want to fight.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Which is kind of cool because it's usually just like, okay, you fight, I fight, let's go. Each round they figure out like, okay, these are the rules, these are the different things we're going to do. Like I believe on this one of the Dr. Ishigaki fight, it's going to be like a 3-on-3 match, which they chose to do, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Correct. And we have Urameshi, we have Kuwabara, and Genkai.
The masked fighter.
The masked fighter. Yeah. And
Kuwabara, because of like his extra senses, like he understands that these characters, that their enemies are like being controlled or something. Correct. So he doesn't want to hurt them. He's getting his ass beat. Like he's getting impaled. He's getting arms broken.
It's like a whole episode of him and Yusuke getting their ass kicked. Like,
yeah,
the entire time.
And fucking Kuwabara, like super tank. But not only because his motivation of not trying to hurt these people, because as soon as he meets the other crew, he knows that that's what his fucking brain dreams were giving him, you know?
Right.
And he's like, oh shit, it's like, these people, is something's not right, something's not right. And you can tell, like, even in 90s anime, like, you can tell that these people are dead inside.
Yeah.
You know, like, their eyes are just, like, hollow.
They talk like robots, too.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I will fight you now.
Kill. Yeah.
And it's funny because they're fighting with, like, spiritual, like, pressure techniques. If you don't have, like, that refined, like, sensory technique, you can't see their attacks. So you see Kuwabara be like, I'm gonna fight you. Oh, but hit me in the face. Yeah. Did I just get stabbed by spirit energy? I didn't even see it.
And yeah, like our crew, like the team that we're fighting against, they're like super, like powerful already, fighters. Mm-hmm. They have like this almost like, wind knives. One of them has like wind knives. Yeah. The other one
was like a spear or something.
Yeah. Before we see like actually what's happening, like this dude just like fanning an invisible fucking broom, whatever you want to call it, at the time. This other dude's throwing like rings off his arms. This other dude's blowing shit up with his hands. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's what's funny because the masked fighter here is clearly like the ace in the hole, right? Like, she just jumps up and she's like, oh, stop getting your asses kicked, dumbasses. And we see her, because it's 90s shonen, they name their attacks, which I miss a lot. Like, I know it's tacky. I know it would never happen in a fight. Like, you're not seeing Canelo Alvarez being like, right uppercut now!
But it'd be cool as shit to see, though.
It'd be hilarious to see it, like, in action. But, so they name their attacks, and the masked fighter jumps up and does like does spiritual wave, like purification or something like that, and destroys like the demon apparatus that was controlling these guys. And the trick there is it's called spirit wave. The owner of the spirit wave technique is fucking Genkai. But then it throws you in a loop for like one episode.
It throws Kuwabara.
Yeah, it throws Kuwabara in a loop for an episode. Because, so the mask on the masked fighter comes off, and it's this really pretty young girl with like bright pink hair. And we're just like, oh shit, maybe it's not Genkai. Who is this young girl that has the spirit wave technique? Huh, that's strange. So then she like wraps herself back up. But this is why I was getting rounds 2 and 3 confused, because they're back to back. So, Genkai, not Genkai, defeats these 3 guys in one fell swoop. Unleashes like their control from the evil demon Dr. Ichigaki.
A little bit before that, talking about Urameshi's ED. Kuwabara stepped in an attack that was directed to Urameshi. He gets knocked out of the ring and he's almost dead like always. And he is having a conversation with Dr. What's his name? Ichigaki. And now he knows that he's controlling these people.
Yeah. With Verukian implants. I forgot I wrote that down.
And he gets his ED out of the way. You know, he's about to blast these fucking people off. Kuwabara's like, don't fucking do it, Urameshi, we're the good guys. And then fucking Koenma up there, he's like, oh, they're gonna fucking kill these people. And then that's when the masked fighter shows up and does the fucking thing.
She's like, these stupid pussies won't stop crying. I guess I'll just solve I'll just fix the problem. But, the part I was getting confused on between round 2 and 3 is they're back to back.
Right.
Because that's part of like why the tournament committee is being manipulated by this evil billionaire guy. Because right after they defeat the humans being controlled right away, the announcer gets an announcement. It's just like, okay, well, the tournament committee just decided that round 3 is going to start immediately with Team Urameshi. And they're all fucked up. Like, Kuwabara just got his ass handed to him. Urameshi just got his ass handed to him because he couldn't use his spirit gun.
His arm is a fucking...
Hiei still destroyed his arm with the demon flame technique thing.
The dragon?
Dragon. The masked fighter is like, well, I just used all my energy for the day trying to save these guys' lives because Kuwabara couldn't stop crying, so now I'm spent. So now we're led to fight the ninjas.
Yeah, the shinobi.
The shinobi.
And then to take it back super quick, there's a little bit of foreshadowing later in the end. So Yusuke has his ED, he can't use the spirit gun. And then once he's fighting and realizes what's happening, he like... His true emotions come out, and then Masked Fighter / Genkai is like, that's where his power is in his emotions, which later in the tournament comes to fruition.
It fucking comes to fruition.
To put it lightly.
And because of this fucking treacherous fucking decision by the committee, by the tournament committee, now there's this lady that comes in as a nurse.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, I get to decide who's not going to be able to fight or not.
Yeah, I decide who's too hurt to fight. Hiei and Masked Fighter, I'm going to lock you inside of a cage.
And it turns out she wasn't a fucking nurse. There was no nurses ever in the whole fucking tournament. These are matches to the death. Right. Why are you going to have a fucking nurse here? Yeah, I'm sorry, Robbie.
No, I'm sorry. I was agreeing with you. Like, right.
So
fuck nurses.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse.
So Hiei and like Genkai, not Genkai, have to watch like this whole third round behind like this electric cage, and everyone's all fucked up. And so the only person that's fresh as a daisy is fucking the fox dude. What's his name? Kurama. So Kurama fights round 1, and he fights somebody that fights like with his demon blood, like as paint, like
it's makeup.
It's makeup, but he's like, if it gets on you, then it curses you, and it'll shut off your arm. He could shut off like bodily functions,
spirit energy.
So
I believe like in this instance, he puts like weights on him.
Yeah, he's doing his little makeup thing, and the curse he puts on him, he can't move his arms or legs. I think they say it's like 2,000 pounds of weight.
He can, but it's just overweight.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Kurama, like, he's human now, but in a past life, he was this super overpowered demon.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kurama, he ends like 2 or 3 fights the same exact way, like implanting like his rose inside of somebody, and then it infects you, and that's how he wins. Mm-hmm. So Kurama does that same thing here, but the makeup paint that is from this guy's blood has like a lasting effect. Like, so for the rest of the round, Kurama can't even use his spirit energy because it's blocked off from this dude's blood paint thing.
Correct. And as our our fighter, like the not Kurama, the other guy.
His name's Gamma.
Gamma. As Gamma is fighting, Kurama is able to slice like main arteries. From what it looks like, you know, like he almost like cuts his arm off and shit like that. But what was his name? Gamma, knowing that his makeup is the base for his makeup is his blood, he uses that blood that he's gushing out to put a last print on Kurama.
Something I do want to bring up, which is like hilarious, is that every round when they're introducing like the next fighter, is the bad guys are always like masked or in robes, and that's exactly what happens here, because the shinobi are all in like these giant black robes. You're gonna think they're giant fucking monsters when they come out, but every time they take off their robes, it's just like some skinny little ninja dude.
And they look badass. I mean, those disguises, those big hooded,
they're huge. Sweet. They're scary.
It's like Silent Hill.
Yeah. It is. It looks like a cult members or some shit like that. You know.
But that's why it's so much like more of like a funny kind of like, not a letdown, but it's like, oh, that was it? Because every time they come out, it's like a clown with fucking Joker makeup, some goofy dude with an Irish accent and red hair, some like girly man-child with like a long blonde comb over. Like
that guy with a Scottish accent. Oh fuck, the Windmaster.
I hate him.
I
hate him.
That was one of my favorite voice acting in the dub in the entire series.
Oh, because that's like the gimmick, is that the people that Urameshi ends up making friends with after he fights them all have stupid accents. Because the drunken master guy had this obnoxious Australian accent.
Oh god, that was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna throw your ass on the Barbie. Let's go. Like
it would have been my ass on the Barbie. And you're like, the fuck? Like,
yeah.
What?
But like the guy with the Irish accent, like it's such a bad accent that like you don't even understand what he's saying half the time. But then it's even funnier because then the tournament announcer will say like, I have no idea what you just fucking said, dude.
It's like a fucking Brad Pitt and Snatch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what about the
Have you ever seen Snatch?
I have seen Snatch. Have you seen Snatch?
No. What?
I've never seen Snatch? I've never seen Snatch. Just because like, I hate that I fell for this, because I hate people that do this, but everyone always talks about it nonstop. That like
it's something you have to see. Like, I mean, it's not the greatest
movie. Either you love it or hate. Yeah, it's not the greatest movie ever.
But it's quotable. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Maybe I'll watch Snatch.
And you're gonna talk to me like that? You're Meshi, huh? You're gonna talk to me like that, huh? Fucking, dog, it was just painful to watch. Because I mean, like you're saying, your Meshi is led to have friendships with this obnoxious fucking accents.
Right.
And they're having a conversation throughout their whole fight. Mm-hmm. They're like, ooh, you're good. Oh, yeah, you're good too. You're Meshi.
But like, what was his name? The wind guy?
Jin.
Jin is like overpowered as fuck because he can fly.
Yeah.
Just the act of him being able to just float in the air is mind blowing, because like Urameshi's like, okay, I'm just gonna blast you in the face. He just jumps up in the air and he's like floating thousands of feet up in the air just for like a whole 10 minutes. Just being like, I can't wait to win this island for me and my friends. This will be really nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he like flies up and he's like soaking it all in. He's like, oh man, this is a life. This is what we're fighting for. But then again, to like kind of really jump the gun, the last tournament arc of the entire series, Jin kind of gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Against, again, to jump the gun, another flying guy who's like, you can only go as fast as the wind, but I can actually fly, so I'm better than you.
Oh, damn. I like Jin, though. That sucks.
Yeah.
So, I don't even remember how Urameshi beat Jin here.
Well, Jin comes out with fucking the Flash fucking tornado fist.
It looks so goofy when it's happening, too.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because Urameshi's like, if I just blast him, it's just like, dude, I control the wind. I'm literally just like, float your fucking laser beam out of the way.
And he does that once because she shoot him at a distance. But then Urameshi is kind of loading his spirit gun on the side, and as Jin is coming towards him with the double fucking twister fucking fist, and as he gets close enough, Urameshi just wants to fucking blast him like point blank.
Yeah. Well, the first time he's coming in with just one tornado fist, he comes in and Yusuke's like, well, time to be stupid, so he fires a spirit gun, but like in the writing, like at the last moment, he like puts it up. The blast goes upwards, saving both of their lives. So then after that, Jin's like, oh, you're fucking crazy. Like, I thought I was crazy. You're fucking crazy.
You're fucking crazy. You're fucking...
So then he's like, okay, I'm going to do fucking double tornado fist. So he comes in and then Yusuke's like, he's like charging up his whole body with spirit energy. So then he like blocks one with one hand. And then he comes in with the other fist and he like blocks it with his foot. And then at this point, he uses a spirit... Does he use spirit wave?
Yeah, it's a spirit wave technique.
Which, spirit wave, apparently in the English dub, is interchangeable with fucking anything, which is maybe my only qualm with the whole series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like 3 different things. Well, anyway, he uses a spirit wave, punches the fuck out of him. The whole idea is like, instead of the gun having all his spirit energy concentrated into a blast, it's concentrated into his fist.
Correct.
Just knocks him the fuck out, flies out of the ring. Awesome animation.
Amazing animation.
Great animation.
These stills that they use for like the lightning and like the spirit bomb and all this stuff, it looks amazing. It's probably like 5 different cells that they use, but it just works so well.
Something that I really like is there's a later fight with Hiei where they like strip down the cells. Because, like, it's such, like, an action-filled scene that, like, they kind of make everything look fluid. And it's like they drop cells from the animation. So it looks kind of like your brain's skipping as something's happening. Because it's such, like, a clusterfuck of energy.
What's this one?
It's the last Hiei fight.
Oh, with Bui.
Yeah.
That one's so good.
Yeah. Which is so wild. Because, like, when Hiei uses... Oh, I'll describe it in a minute. Anyway,
we'll get there.
So Jin gets his ass beat, but there's still one more guy, right? So Jin was the strongest of the shinobi, but now we have Hiei busts out of like the electrical cage that No, it's Kuwabara. Kuwabara has to fight like the Earth Ninja.
Correct.
Kuwabara's dumb fucked up from trying to fight those guys that were possessed like 10 minutes ago.
Well, to interrupt too, the quote unquote nurse that like traps Hiei and Genkai, Masked Fighter, apparently that little cage had a healing effect on his arm. Mm-hmm. So he's actually recovering his spirit energy, and his arm's healing up too. Mm-hmm. So he busts out of that.
Yeah. But that's like in the middle of the Kuwabara fight. Because Kuwabara's going to fight like the Earth Ninja.
And he's still fucked up.
He's still stupid fucked up. But I hate like the Earth Ninja's power because it's kind of just like I just put mud on myself and now I have armor, which feels so cheap and dumb because like we just saw like
Kuwabara is cheap and dumb. I hate Kuwabara. If anyone's listening, I fucking hate Kuwabara.
Which is why I was describing to you like before we turned on the mic. I love Kuwabara. I hate scenes without Kuwabara because it's so dumb and funny. Like it's just. Do you just have like some stupid friend that you keep around just to like entertain you because you just this dumb shit?
That's usually me, but
that's who Kuwabara is here, especially on scene because everyone's taking shit super seriously. It's just like, oh my god, like I'm such a letdown. Everyone's having like an introspective like meltdown in their head, and Kuwabara's just like, hey, just nut up, bro, and punch him in the face. It's gonna be all right. All right, you got it, man. Be a man, bro. So that's what Kuwabara does here because he's getting his ass kicked and he's literally about to die and you hear like Yusuke in the background, everybody's losing their minds, like being like, holy shit, this man's gonna die. But then like off scene outside of the arena, Hiei's sister, who's also Kuwabara's big crush, what's her name? Yukina shows up and I don't even remember why she was there.
She's looking for her brother still.
Yeah, to take it back to like even the first season, whatever the case is, Yukina is an ice apparition. Her mom, apparently in this like ice apparition village, which is floating above in the air, they only give birth to girls. Mm-hmm. Like they're asexual or whatever. They just give birth to girls. Yukina's mom basically had an affair and like slept with a guy. And so after she gave birth to Yukina, she hooked up with this dude, gave birth to Hiei, who was like a curse. So everyone's an ice apparition. He's a fire apparition.
Ooh.
So every time that village has a birth, they get a birthstone. Yeah. So Yukina has one, Hiei has one, which comes into play later in the last season.
Wow.
And so she's looking for her long lost brother. Hiei obviously knows who she is because I think even at birth, Hiei was like aware enough to know what was going on. So when like his mom was forced to like give him away, he saw and knew everything. He knew everything already.
Yeah.
So he was like a full grown adult even as a baby. Mm-hmm. So then I guess he went back and he was going to murder them. And then he just saw how miserable they were. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to kill you. Your life's already miserable. Mm-hmm. That being said, he already knows that Yukina's his sister. So
but she doesn't, right?
But she doesn't. No. Mm-hmm. Nobody else knows.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knows.
Well, they know because...
Kuwabara doesn't.
Kuwabara's the only fucking dumbass that doesn't. God, I hate him. But he gets better in the third season. Whatever.
I think he just gets better every time I see him.
Every time I'm like, oh, Kuwabara's here. What's up, friend? Yeah. Like, So Yukina's here, trying to find her long lost brother. She runs into Botan and Kuwabara's sister and what's Hirameshi's girlfriend's name? Keiko. So they're hanging out. They leave the ring for some reason.
Thank you for reminding me of that. There's this hilarious Becknell Test. What is it? Becknell Test. Fucking fail here because as the girls, Botan, Keiko, go outside, they see the sister, what's her name? Yukina. They're trying to get back inside the ring, and like these demon guards are like, whoa.
What's up, ladies?
Let me pat you guys down. We need to see if you guys don't have any weapons so you can hurt demons in here or some shit. And
so they just book it.
Yeah, no, but there's like...
They beat him up first.
Yeah, they beat him up because he makes a pass at Keiko. He's like, well, I heard you human girls can do some sloppy shit.
Shizuku just like fucks him up.
And Keiko's slaps are like OP in this fucking anime.
Yeah. Even Yusuke's like, holy shit, I'm seeing stars. Like, I got impaled by a demon like 5 seconds ago, and that slap like woke me up. What is going... So, but they have to like run in to the arena, and they're just like dodging all the guards. But then like the evil fucking billionaire character here, Sakio, met Kuwabara's sister earlier, and like
essentially saved her.
Yeah, it kind of saved her. And it's just like, hey, I'm the only other human in here too. Like, we got to look out for each other. So when these demons are about to like, they get to like the security room or something, and they're about to arrest them, and then he shows up, lets them go again. But so the only reason that's there is to give like a easily digestible reason for Yukina to be in the arena. Uh-huh. So back to the Kuwabara fight, he's getting his ass kicked by the Earth Ninja, and he's just like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna let myself die, like, I can't do this shit anymore. And then he sees Yukina in the ground, he's like, Yukina's here? I can't embarrass myself in front of Yukina! And he just, like, summons, like, spirit energy out of his ass and makes a giant sword.
And then to bring it back to something we were talking about earlier, it's the fucking meteor mud guy is like, oh, you're not a normal human. Your life energy has been keeping you alive. And it's like, there it is again.
His name is Risho. So yeah, Kuwabara wins by summoning the motivation.
Horniness.
Yeah, by summoning the motivation of his dick. Like, I don't know. It's funny when you think about it, because the sword could be a metaphor for his libido. Yeah, it's phallic imagery anyways. Yeah. So it's just like, my girl's here, my sword's gonna get bigger. God, I love Kuwabara so much.
and he wins, and everybody's dumbfounded. It was like, holy shit, this guy just needed to say his girl to beat this guy. And we finish off with that round here.
Yeah, right? So finally, after like 2 rounds back to back, like Team Urameshi finally gets to sit down and like chill out for a couple days.
Oh, here comes the sad.
Yeah, because we get like a mini training arc in the middle of the Dark Tournament saga. So they get like a full like week, 2 weeks off. And
no, it's like a day.
Is it like a day? It feels like weeks, like the way the anime treats it, but it's
not DBZ, or anything.
No, I get it. So what's hilarious is that like Genkai reveals herself as the masked fighter, and everyone's like, "What? I thought who was that hot chick that was fighting earlier?" We learn that the nature of the spirit wave technique as like kind of like a natural manipulation of spirit energy. If you maximize your spirit wave energy output, it will revert the cells in your body to your peak performance, which for Genkai was like in her late 20s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For Urameshi, it's like right now at 17.
Correct.
So that's why when like her mask was taken off after using the spirit wave technique, she appeared to be like this really hot, like 28-year-old with pink hair. Mm-hmm. So then Genkai grabs Yusuke and is like, let's go training in the woods, pussy. And he's just like, but we just trained for 6 months. No more, Genkai. I can't do this.
Final test.
Yeah, and then the final test happens, which ends up being like the biggest tearjerker of the entire Dark Tournament saga, which is, it's exhausting. It's so exhausting because Genkai, before even the final test, though, she gives him a test to the test to see if he's even qualifies for the final test. It's like, hey, Yusuke, the thing about the spirit wave technique is that if you kill your master, then you will gain the right to be the spirit wave master, and then you can gain like a greater power. It's like a fucking that's how what are the bad guys in Star Wars called? The fucking
Sith?
Yes, that's like how the Sith are treated too.
Yeah, master and
the apprentice, because the apprentice has to kill the master to be like to level up.
Correct. And like before that happens, there's like this piece of dialogue is like Genkai is like, all right, show me your fucking spirit gun. And and he's like, okay. He's like, I've done this many of times, and destroy that boulder over there.
And she's like, show me your spirit gun at 100%, and he's like, okay.
Okay, lady, watch this.
And then this fool just blasts this off, and he's like, dog, it's like, you suck at this. It's like, if we can have a chance of like you surviving this fucking thing, because there's nothing, it's not like Dragon Ball Z, like the Earth is not in trouble, nobody's in trouble, humans are not in trouble, right. So, I mean, who gives a shit if they lose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, she's like, you fucking suck at this. I need to give you my power.
Well, then she's like, okay, let me show you mine. And so, like, he blows up a boulder maybe the size of, like, a
this
fucking
house.
Volvo.
Volvo,
yeah, it wasn't that big. Yeah.
And then she's like, all right, my turn. And she blows up a fucking mountain.
Correct.
And then the animation, you're just sitting there like, damn, she's fucking bad.
And then that thing happens again where she turns young again. And that's where she explains that bit I just explained. So then, so that's where she tries to explain to him, like, the test of the test. It's like, if you try to kill me now, then you can be the Spirit Wave Master. And he's like, no, old lady hag. He's super disrespectful to her, too.
He thinks about it for a second.
Yeah, because she told him that. She's like, you need to kill me. I'll leave you with the thoughts. Meet me in the cave over there.
It's funny how the directing happens, because, like, it's just like, Yusuke's just been given an ultimatum. Will he kill his master? Find out in the next episode. I was just like, okay. Whatever.
Next episode, Yusuke kills that guy. Season's over.
Oh, shit.
So you're right. So he goes over to the cave, and he's just like, hey, Genkai, I really can't kill you. Like, I'm not a fucking asshole. Yeah. You're more of a mother figure to my mom is, like, the past couple of years. I literally can't do it.
Well, Yusuke, again, it's just foreshadowing, like, emotions and, like, hiding behind all his walls or whatever, which, fuck, we all do, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you know what?
No, I don't.
Yeah, right.
Shut up.
We're men, we don't do that.
I don't have feelings. But before we forget about it, right before he goes to that cave with Genkai, he finds Keiko, like, out in the woods, and Keiko's, like, giving him a hard time. She's like, Yusuke, you can't stop being such a fucking dumbass. You're gonna kill yourself because I care a lot about you. And Yusuke, being the dumb dude character, he's like, what do you mean you care about me? That's strange. But the funniest part in the whole season for me is she's talking about how they're both grown up, like, emotionally. But then he kind of, like, proves that he's not emotionally mature by being like, yeah, you've grown up physically a lot. Where'd you grow these butt cheeks?
He, like, gives her, like, a little, like, poker slap or something.
Yeah, poker or slap on the ass, which means that Yusuke Urameshi is an ass man. Confirmed, canon, done.
Yeah, there's no anime titties in this fucking anime.
Nope. Ass man all the time. Shout out to Yusuke. That's my dog.
I think we can appreciate that there are no titty tropes in this entire anime.
Absolutely not.
All ass all the time.
All ass all the time. Even the commentator has like a couple of ass shots. Yeah. Like here and there.
The second one, they give her a couple of ass shots.
Jura is the
fish one?
Yes.
Yeah. But they're there for like a split second. You're like, oh, cool, and then it goes over.
Oh, butt cheeks.
Yeah. It's like it reminds me of Aqua in fucking Konosuba.
Yes, bro. Yes. Just like, is that a skirt? Is that just a long shirt? What's happening?
I bet you can't steal my panties.
What are we talking about? So the cave, the saddest part of the anime.
Okay, so he goes to the cave and he's like, you know what? And he gives this heartfelt speech like, you know what? You're my teacher. If I've learned more than you, then I've learned more from you than anyone ever. And if this is what it takes, then I can do it. And she's like, I was just fucking with you, but I had to make sure you wouldn't do it immediately.
You passed the test.
And he's like, and then it's a little trope of like him falling over and like a fucking little sound effect, like,
because it's still like 90s anime. It's still very 80s. Like it has these little like gimmicks and like corniness here and there.
Mm-hmm. Well, almost the equivalent to what Demon Slayer does sometimes with his like messed up animation.
Yeah. Like, have you seen Demon Slayer?
I never have.
You haven't? I read the entirety of the Demon Slayer manga. It's more prominent in the manga, but what to show like a dumbfounded expression like they do in Yu Yu Hakusho, the mangaka will like just, it looks like a kid's drawing. Like to show like a blank face expression, it's literally like two dots and like in like an open mouth. Like what? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which like when it translates into the anime is so much funnier because the Demon Slayer anime is like a 10 out of 10 animation wise. Like nothing is animated this well. So when they dumb down the scale,
it like literally looks like that.
That's great, man.
So yeah, but so then Genkai reveals that part of her being so powerful for so long, even though in the anime she's like 90 fucking years old, is that she imbued herself with a concentrated version of her own spirit wave technique energy that she can take out of herself as like a manifested orb that is so powerful that if she were to put it into somebody else, it would literally like tear them apart from the inside.
I think she said it could power several city blocks at the same time, like something.
Correct.
Yeah,
which is village, if anything,
or something like that, which is cool because it's not like at the time it's not like this overpowered like, oh, if I give you this thing and if it fell into the wrong hands, it could destroy half of the earth. Like no, it was super detailed as to not be so overpowered that it's not going to ruin the entire anime. Yeah, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah. So that's like Yusuke's final test. Is I'm going to give you this concentrated manifestation of the spirit wave technique inside of yourself. It's going to start tearing you apart.
It's up to you die or not.
Yeah, if you die or not, that's on you.
Yeah,
and that's why he was brought into a cave because he could start smashing shit out of just sheer pain.
Yeah.
And it looks fucking awesome. As you were describing it, like, she literally does this fucking Sailor Moon chest, like...
she just pulls, like, this white orb out of her chest.
Out of her, and, like, she literally pushes it into his chest. He was like, oh, okay, that wasn't that bad.
Crazy old guy. Yeah, immediately, like, flakes of his skin start popping off, like he's just bleeding out of random
eyes
spots.
And the ears and shit.
Oh, it's so ugly. And that's like 2 whole episodes of him just smashing the inside of this cave.
But the voice acting... So I was talking to you... Aldo, I was talking to you about the voice actor Justin Cook earlier before you showed up, before we started recording.
Drew showed up late, guys.
But like... He does such a good job just screaming in agony. Because, like, you hear fucking Goku scream and it's like, oh, it's just Goku screaming. Okay, no big deal. It's turning Super Saiyan 3, no big deal.
Correct.
It's like how the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure dub is, like, clearly inferior because the screaming's worse.
Yes. Yeah. But Justin Cook in the dub does so good. And I was talking to Aldo about this earlier, too. Like, I'm not, like, the biggest purist as to, like, oh, I only see subs and then go from there.
We've been watching a lot of dubs lately.
Yeah. I mean, we have to, man. We can't be paying attention to fucking subtitles when we're trying to smash 40 episodes of this second season.
Yeah,
but like if the sub is better or the dub is better, then whatever, I'll go with whatever I think is better. But the English dub in this, especially in the 90s, was like so well done. his scream in agony in the cave was like fucking perfect.
He turns it up to 11, bro.
Yeah, that's great.
Without it being obnoxious either.
And what I love about the writing here is that, like, Genkai made it sound like she's kind of just apathetic. Like, she doesn't even care about him a little bit. Like, this is gonna fuck you up. If you die, that's on you, bro. But, like, she's watching him die, and she's like, holy fuck, I've just killed my only apprentice ever. I'm the worst person in the world.
I kind of like this kid.
I like this kid so much. He's like my son. Like, and I just sentenced him to death. Like, he's about to die. And there's a second where she feels so bad for him that she takes the orb out of him. Because he's so just, like, writhing in pain. You're a nurse. Like, you've seen this before, right? Like, have you ever seen a trauma patient that's just, like, losing their shit? Like, out of
just
pain?
fucking give him a bunch of fentanyl.
A bunch of fentanyl?
Yeah, man.
I love opiates. But
we had to do, in nursing, and anybody listening to this, you have to do what you have to do to keep the patient safe.
Right.
Sometimes a little bit morally...
ambiguous?
Yes. But you do what you do to keep the patient safe and alive.
Okay.
That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah. So, she tries to pull the orb out of his chest. And Urameshi's no bitch, though. Like, he's writhing in pain, but he's just like, put that shit back in, you old-ass cunt.
There was no fentanyl around.
There was no fentanyl. And he's like, put it back in. She's just like, but you're gonna die, Urameshi. Then it was all for nothing. If I have to do it, then just fucking do it. Like, it doesn't matter, old hag. So, she puts this orb back in, and he starts freaking out all over again. Off screen, like, we were just talking about how, like, Keiko ran into Urameshi before he went to go do his final test. Keiko is holding Plu. We haven't even described Pooh. We haven't even described Pooh yet.
Oh, spirit beast.
Yeah, Pooh is Yusuke's spirit beast from season 1, from that egg he had that he was imbuing with spirit energy. It hatched, and it turns out to be this adorable, 1 foot tall,
penguin-esque
blue penguin thing with Yusuke's hair on it. So it has this little ploof of, like, black hair on it. And it floats around on its giant ears, and it just says poo all the time. Woo! But it is the direct manifestation of Yusuke's inner spirit, right? So, it's super cute and loving, and it's adorable, which is hilarious because Yusuke tries so hard to be such a hard ass on the outside. So then, like, Yusuke's would-be girlfriend, Keiko, just holds around, like, his inner self all the time. Like, his little fucking cute spirit animal. Mm-hmm. But, because it's directly tied to Yusuke's spirit energy, when Yusuke's losing his mind and writhing in pain...
Pooh's like...
Yeah, Pooh's losing it because at that same exact time, Botan, Keiko,
Shizuru,
Shizuru, and Yukina are trying to walk to the new stadium. But they keep getting lost.
Botan's like, it's this way. And they're like, no, the fuck, it's not this way. Like, we just went this way.
Right. And then at that same time...
Sora shows up. Lost.
Pooh inside of Keiko's arm is losing his mind. And Keiko's just like, guys, like, Pooh doesn't know what's going on. And he just flies away.
Which is, like, the funniest thing. Because, like, it's a spirit beast. That's what they market it as. And then Botan or someone's like, you should have just left it with water in the room. Like, what the fuck? Like a pet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is terrible because it's literally like a person. It's half a person.
And, like, she's the Grim Reaper. She knows what it is. She knows what's going on. She's like, why don't you just leave it in the room with some water?
She's such an asshole. God. So Pooh, knowing that Yusuke's in trouble, flies away because he's going to go try to help. And Genkai, like, cannot stand, like, looking at Urameshi in pain anymore. So she just walks outside of the cave. She's like, I literally can't watch you kill yourself anymore. So she's just feeling bad for herself outside of the cave, and she's like, holy shit, I'm the worst person in the world. I just killed the only person I ever loved. As a son. As
the screams of, like, agony are in the background.
Right. So then Pooh shows up, and Genkai's just like, what the fuck is that? And it just floats into the cave, and Yusuke's just, like, dying on the floor. It's just like, fuck, I wish I could just have a drop of water. Please, for the love of God. Like, somebody just help me. And Pooh shows up, and he's feeling the same pain that Yusuke's feeling, right? So he can barely move himself, and him using his giant ear wings
arms,
arms, kind of gets a cup full of water and is like slowly like trotting wobbling over to Yusuke, being like, I got you, dog. I got you.
Which is like, if you've ever had like a pet that is like your most beloved thing ever on this earth that just loves you no matter what.
It's like how pets know when you're sick too.
Yes,
and that's what I was gonna say when V caught a small cold like maybe a month ago. Fucking Seymour never left our side. Mm-hmm. He was just cuddling with her. And it just makes you, tears. It's a tearjerker. Mm-hmm. You're a fucking jerker, bro.
So not to get like too far into like my past or anything, but like I had cancer a few years ago. The dog that I adopted at the time, like, never left my side when I was sick.
Rescues are good dogs, bro.
I rescued him. He never left my side when I was sick. He wouldn't eat till I would eat. So like, Max is my dog's name. He's like my poo, and so I'm watching it for the first time. I'm just like, I'm wiping tears off like, man, this is fucking bullshit.
I'm a man.
It's because the dialogue is so much worse too. Because Yusuke is again playing for no one, wants to pretend he's such a hard ass bitch, but we see that his inner self is such like a little soft fucking Furby. And like Pooh's trying to like wobble over with the water in its wings, and Pooh's in so much pain he just kind of just like keels over and he's like, oh fuck, I can't even walk either. Yusuke is watching this happen while he's bleeding out of random places on his face. He's just like, holy shit, I can't even protect my inner self here. This little soft fuck is more me than anything else, and I can't even protect it. Mm-hmm. And again, he finds the energy and the will within himself. He's just like, you know what? I'm no bitch. I'm not a pussy. And he just stands up, just like...
Well, before that, like, Pooh's trying to help him, and this fucking boulder... stalactite, if you will.
Ooh, stalactite. Okay, yeah.
Stalactite is gonna just fall and crush Pooh, because he's like, I'm this little fucking thing, I can't move out of the way.
And so like it's that split second decision. The thing's falling. It's gonna impale Pooh, and Yusuke's just like, I gotta do it. I gotta find something within myself just to like awaken and like protect both me and Pooh right here, or that's it. So he just like stands up, screams, anime shonen scream, like energy blast, like out of his ass, busts a hole in the wall in the cave, grabs Pooh, and just like runs out. And Genkai's still there, and she's just like, dude, you're not dead? I could have sworn that you were dead.
And you know that blue thing?
I could have sworn I just murdered you. Are you really standing right now? He's just like, Genkai, I almost died, but I had to save the inner manifestation of myself. It's cute and adorable, and I love you, and I love it, and I'm here, bitch. Let's go.
He's like, just... take care of him. I'm gonna go to sleep for a bit.
So he passes out. He's no longer in pain. He can finally sleep. Which, as a nurse, I'm sure you've seen that before. Like when somebody can finally knock the fuck out.
I'm like, all right, cool.
It's about
I'm not
time.
gonna wake you for anything tonight
at all. So and that's it. But at that same time, what we're describing is the girls were trying to walk to the next fight. So the next round has already started. Kuwabara's pissed. Hiei's there. Kurama's there. And they're like, where the fuck is Genkai and Urameshi? Like, we're about to start, and these dumbasses are nowhere to be found. And like, it's exhausting because it's just like, Hiei feels better after a day of rest about like where his power level is. He's semi-healed from the cage through his arm.
I think they say, like, canon, exactly, that he has about 50% of his power. Mm-hmm. So he still can't pull out the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. But he's fighting this one dude that's using these little orbs to, like, turn him into different animals. But the shtick is, like, he can memorize the pain that his opponent caused, and then he's immune to it. Mm-hmm.
Well, this whole entire team has specialized weapons.
Yes, which is a big fucking part for Kurama's growth.
Right. Because, so the first guy, like you were just saying, has like a fucking Batman belt. And it has like he huffs paint and turns into animals. So it's like, I'm gonna turn into a wolf. I'm gonna turn into a tiger.
Turn into a fucking phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. And Hiei made a deal because he's feeling so fucking badass right now. He's like, I'll fight anybody if the members that aren't here up for that fight aren't available.
Right.
So the main guy on the opposing team is this blue-haired guy that has like a fan base of girls because he's supposed to be a pretty boy. But his whole idea is we're going to throw dice that'll have somebody's name on it, or it'll be an open spot. Uh-huh. And so Hiei like has like a 50% chance to be the person that's going to fight for Team Urameshi in any given round. Because if it's either the random round or it says like Mass Fighter or Urameshi, then he has to fight
a fighter that's not there, he'll take his place.
Right. So that's why like he has to fight the very first guy, whose gimmick is that after he feels a certain pain, he's invulnerable to it. Which is fucking wild because Hiei shows up with a sword, guts this dude, and he's just like, oh, well, you didn't kill me, so now I'm invulnerable to fucking swords.
No, the dude, he picks up the sword, like, before the fight starts, and he's just like, I'm gonna slice my forearm in a fucking 90-degree angle, which I can appreciate, because 90 degrees is kind of cool. And so he just does it, and so, like, unbeknownst to everybody else, he's now immune to that fucking sword now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So now, you know, the beast armor's going on. He's immune to the sword now, so Hiei can't use the sword anymore. So then at some point, his enemy uses a second beast armor. He turns into a phoenix. If you want to carry on from there.
Well, so then Hiei, because he can no longer use or summon the
dragon,
the demon dragon.
He's too weak to summon the dragon of the darkness flame.
The dragon of the darkness flame. He summons the dragon of like the human flame, which is like a lesser dragon, like a less powerful fire dragon. And it doesn't immediately kill this guy, so he feels the pain, and he's immune to it right away. Which is like so much worse. So it's like, dude, unless you like one punch knock out this guy, like he's just gonna keep being immune to everything. Like you can never beat him. Correct. Unless you just like single blow, like you've never seen this before, just bam.
But he's also, what's super interesting, he's fighting him at 50%, which is super interesting, but anyway.
No, it's true. So the only thing Hiei can do is summon the dragon of the darkness flame one last time, which almost killed him. So Hiei grabs the hilt of his broken sword off of the ground, and it's just like, maybe if I just channel the dragon of the darkness flame through the hilt of the sword, I can do it.
And he's like taking a dig at fucking Kuwabara. He's like, oh, this fucking lacks any
sword.
This lacks any taste or fucking void of like marksmanship or anything. And exactly that.
And Kuwabara's in the background. Hey, swords are super cool. Don't make fun of swords, bro. Mine's are as cool as yours.
So he fucking like summons it through the sword hilt, slashes him up, stabs him. The beast like bites him. No big deal. The blood's actually coming from his enemy, and he wins. And so Kuwabara's like, "Hey, wait, what do you mean? Like, were you talking about me?" He's like, "Yeah, I was actually talking just about you."
I love Kuwabara.
The next fight here is what's his name? Foxboy? Kurama versus
Yoko Kurama.
Oh, not yet. Hold on.
That happens later.
No, it's during this fight.
Oh, really?
So Kurama is gonna fight somebody that he thinks is like a boy that fights with like a fishing pole, and Kurama fights.
Gon?
Yeah, basically, it's like the pre-evolution of Gon, but Kurama fights with a rose whip. So it's kind of like evenly matched because for like half of the fight, they're just fighting like whip to whip, basically. So they're just like running across the arena, just
whipping it.
Yeah, whipping it. No one's giving any lacks. Like the whips are just slapping against each other.
Well, like his enemy reminds me of like in the original like Pokemon, like red, blue, yellow, like the little fisherman Pokemon. It's exactly what this guy reminds me of.
Exactly. But they can speak telepathically. Right. He's like, so they're playing the same gimmick that they played during the fight where the guys were being controlled, where it's just like, hey, I don't really want to fight you, bro. Like, if you just let me win, then my mom won't be killed. And we can just go about our days. So Kurama almost throws the fight. Right? He's just like, oh, he's just an innocent boy that's being controlled by these evil overlords. I'll just let him win. But the minute he lets his guard down, the guy like stabs him or impales him with the fishing rod and then unleashes a box full of like this kind of magical gas that is supposed to revert somebody back to their childhood.
And to take it back, what you were talking about earlier, this entire team has like their gimmick is like they each have an item of like magical powers or demon power, whatever the case is, to help them with whatever fight they have.
Correct.
So, the main we think this main item is going to be the fishing rod, but it ends up being the box that can turn somebody back in time. But the thing about Kurama is if you turn him back into being like before being an infant, the idea is you would just unborn the guy, like, right?
Fetus.
Yeah. But like before a fetus even?
Horniness.
The idea of horniness is that Kurama in the past life was like this super powerful demon. He was Yoko Kurama.
Pre-nut clariness?
Pre-nut clarity?
Yeah, pre-nut
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut.
No, pre-nut, because it's... You don't know that.
I saw a TikTok about this the other day, is that if there's pre-nut clarity and there's post-nut clarity, then that means during the act of nutting, you're learning something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is the worst choice I've ever made. Alright, fuck it.
What is wrong with me?
How did I end up here in the back of the tailbed of a truck at a Utah tailgate?
How did I end up on FitFam?
Yeah, exactly. What are we talking about? So like
Yoko Kurama.
Yeah, if you pre-nut Kurama, then he turns back into his original demon form, which is this extremely powerful Inuyasha, white-haired, foxy-haired demon character, and he's OP as fuck. Like, Yoko Kurama is the most OP character we've seen outside of, like, Toguro.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this fog encompasses, like, the arena, it's trapped, the gas is trapped in by this boy's, like, spirit energy string.
With the fishing pole, he, like, set up, like, a barrier or whatever.
Right.
So all the fucking smoke is, like, embellowing and, like, trapped inside.
So the audience can't even see what's going on. And that's, it's again one of those directing decisions where the episode ends right there. It's just like, we can't even see Kurama. Is Kurama unborn? Find out in the next episode. Next episode starts. He's this like 10-foot tall fox demon. Majestic fox demon. He's just like, you fucked up, young boy. Jojo pose, like, now I have to murder you. Yeah. So, he's just screaming in the background, just like, please don't kill me. I was just kidding. But, he's OP as fuck because he can still control plants and imbue his spirit energy in plants. But now it's like giant demon piranha plant things. It's not just like a little rose that's going to infect your heart.
Fucking dripping acid out. Like, it'll eat your bones in under 30 seconds.
Very labia-like.
Yeah. There's too many horny euphemisms in this. So, the crowd still doesn't see what's going on. The whole fight happens within the smoke. The minute the Kurama, as Yoko Kurama, kills the guy, his barrier, air quotes barrier.
No, he doesn't kill him. One of his teammates kills him.
Why? What happened?
Shishi Wakamura with the sword. Oh. Because he's trying to, like, he's pretty much saying, like, alright, Kurama's he's like kind of planning for the future. He's like, so who gave you these boxes so he could figure out how to turn into Yoko Kurama again? And he's like, oh, well, I'll tell you who actually gave me these. And right as he starts talking, Shishi Wakamura like fucking sends a sword through his fucking throat, kills him instantly.
Because he was about to sell out his teammates, who weren't really his teammates.
Right.
And that's like the end of the fight. But because it happened within the smoke, the actual crowd and the speakers don't actually know what happened. But what's also funny about right here that we didn't even describe is the first 3 rounds had one announcer. She's like a little fox girl. She's
like
a
cat.
Like a cat.
Like a cat girl.
I can't remember her name.
But
she's annoying as fuck. I hate her.
She's funny. I think she's really funny.
Jura fucking sucks way more.
Yeah.
Well, it's because, like, I think she's funny and, like, a noteworthy character because she's always saying and doing stupid shit, like, while stuff's happening. And she never does the count. Yeah. It's fucking boxing rules. Like, if you're down for 10 seconds, you're supposed to just be done, right? But because she gets so enveloped in the fights, she forgets to do the count.
And they're always reminding her, hey, fucker, do the count.
Well, to be fair, they write in, like, oh, the committee always tells me to delay my counts, too.
Correct, yeah.
To, like...
It's boxing. It's boxing.
Exactly. But because she fucked up so much in the first 3 rounds and was never doing the count, and she was almost helping the Urameshi team by forgetting to do the count, they kind of fired her, put her on the sidelines, and then they put this little fish girl, like, as the new main announcer.
Yeah.
But she's funny because she gets trapped inside of the barrier, inside of the smoke, and turns into, like, a literal child. So, like, once the smoke dissipates, she comes back and she's like, whoa, what just happened?
Fucking speech impediment. She's like, hello.
Hello. And, wow, what point was I trying to make here? But she finally does the count. She announces that, Kurama won, and it's left to lead into the next couple episodes because clearly that kid had some secrets that he was killed over. Mm-hmm. And who even fights next right here? It's
Is it no, it's Kuwabara goes and then he gets thrown out into one of the old stadiums from like a dimensional fucking
right.
Yeah. Like,
right. Because the
Shishi Wakamura.
Yeah, Shishi Wakamura, the pretty boy with the fan club. He has a cloak.
He has like 2 weapons. He has a fucking cloak and the Banshee Shriek sword.
Right. So Kurama walks up. He's like, I'm gonna fight you. And just like lunges forward. Shishi Wakamura like just puts this magical teleporting cloak over him. And Kuwabara transports on the other side of the island. So he spends the rest of the episode just trying to like run his way back. But like as far as like the round's concerned, he lost. So Shishi Wakamura has to fight again. But now it's against...
Masked Fighter Genkai.
Right. Isn't she not there though?
No, she comes back just in time for this, but she already gave the spirit orb, so she's back to her, like, old form.
Right.
Regular self.
Her buffed.
She's an old lady again.
Yeah.
And Shishi Wakamura's Banshee sword...
The Banshee Shriek.
The Banshee Shriek sword can take spirit energy from around the user and, like, project it into, like, a literal, like, blast, into, like, force energy. And Genkai, being underpowered now without her spirit wave orb, is kind of fucked. But you hear dialogue, like, from her inner dialogue that's like, if I die right now, so be it. Like, it doesn't even matter at this point. Because I've already given Urameshima, like, the spirit orb, like, and that was my whole goal this whole time, to make sure he was ready. Mm-hmm. So, I like the ending to this fight a lot. A lot. It's so fucking smart. Not even smart. Like, I feel like I've heard this story before, but, like, the way it happens, like, I didn't even expect it right then. Mm-hmm. Because Shishi Wakamura is so ready to kill Genkai. He loads up his Banshee Shriek sword and is gonna, like, fucking murder her with this giant blast. Her, as the spirit wave master, takes in that energy, converts it into her own spirit wave technique, and blasts it back at him. Destroying the Banshee Shriek sword in the process and just blowing this dude the fuck up. Because it shows you that the Spirit Wave Master, even if underpowered, it's almost impossible to kill them.
Like, that's where she's a master.
Yeah, she can just throw it back at you. It doesn't even matter at that point. And it's so wild. Because you think this guy's like the leader of this group, of this enemy team. But then this old man that was behind Shishi Wakamura the whole time comes up and he's just like, hey, Sonny, I'm here to fight. I was the real leader of this group the entire time.
Bro, what's the name of the clown from Hunter x Hunter?
I knew you were going to bring him up and I forgot his name. Hisoka.
Isoka? Yeah. Isoka? Dude, that's fucking version 1.1 of fucking Isoka, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Version 1.0 of Hisoka. He's just this evil demon clown that was using items created from his own spirit energy, and that's how he formed the team.
And again, I love all the preludes to, like, because I mean the combatants that we see using the fishing rod or using anything else. It's like the pre-versions of like manipulators of like Nen and stuff like that. So it's at this point I had forgotten it was the same fucking mangaka, you know. But like then you start seeing like these little crumbs of Hunter x Hunter laid in here. It's amazing.
You really need to watch.
Yeah, so like I still haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, but like I'm super obviously like the creator of YuYu Hakusho made Hunter x Hunter, so I'm super excited to see like the parallels between the two. But I'm still caught up on like YuYu Hakusho is my favorite anime of all time, so it's like pure to me. So
hey, we've talked about this before. Anime fans have like this separation anxiety when it comes to their favorite anime.
Oh, for sure.
You know, it's like, I like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the best. Oh, One Piece is the best.
I don't even like anime. I just watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You don't even know. Like,
exactly. So I do recommend you to stray away from it. It's okay. YuYu Hakusho will be there for you. He's not gonna...
It's not going anywhere, bro. It's been around since 1991. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. He's not going to get mad if you watch something else. But dude, Hunter x Hunter, the crumbs that you see here, those little crumbs that you see here that you don't know about Hunter x Hunter will make you like YuYu Hakusho more and will make you appreciate Hunter x Hunter for what it is. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I wish the mangaka the best. I hope he gets better soon. I hope he's living good. I hope he's comfortable, you know.
Is it Genkai that's fighting the clown here? His name's Suzuki?
Yes.
Suzuki.
Beautiful Suzuki. Beautiful Suzuki.
You have to say it before you say his name every time or he's going to blast you in the face.
Correct. He will molest you to death.
I don't even remember how Genkai beat him.
So she's basically like, you know what? You're kind of a little bitch. Fisticuffs, no spirit energy.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the dialogue here, it's kind of like, you fucking fairy, you fruity basket, you fucking...
A little,
all 90s anime is so homophobic. Like, oh my fucking god.
But like, coming from Genkai, it almost seems like a boomer's...
Yeah, it's like, it's not homophobic when I say it. We said it all the time growing up.
Exactly.
It had a different meaning when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah. And he kind of like just talks shit because he comes in as an old man because he's disguised, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you take that fucking stupid mask off, you little fruity basket, blah, blah. And then he takes off his fucking thing. He's like, don't say my name. You say beautiful before you say my name, blah, blah, blah. And he blasts the crowd. Like, he kills, like, an entire section of the crowd.
He's the worst person. Like,
and again, I want to mention this again, that I love that they just went for demons in the crowd.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
It's so easy to dispose of them because they're nameless fucking demons. They're not people.
although not my qualm, but like, okay, Dragon Ball Z, Majin Vegeta just fucking blows up a whole crowd. Nobody gave a shit about
it's
that.
the same thing. Well, no, he wished them back to life, remember?
Okay, so like, yeah, he wished them back to life, but like...
Well, they were definitely screaming.
They were suffering. But from Majin Vegeta being like, okay, you're all dead now. From then to the wish, like, obviously, yeah, they wish them all together. But then nobody was like, Vegeta, that was really evil of you.
Yes, they did. When he showed up as Majin Vegeta, Goku literally beat his ass for being so evil.
Like, he was just like, how dare you?
For anyone that hasn't picked up, Christopher James is in recording with us on the second half of this episode.
Right.
He walked in. So yeah, but Goku literally beat the shit out of Majin Vegeta for killing these people.
Yeah, but then he needed his help and he was like, you know what, I forgive you.
well, he redeemed himself.
Yeah.
He did, which he did.
Didn't he die that arc?
Yeah,
for like the third time?
The final atonement, he blew himself up.
He did.
Yeah.
Goku, though,
But like,
It's cheap. It's cheap.
It is cheap.
I get it.
He didn't suffer or pay as much as he should have. He fucking killed like...
There was no consequences.
No, there's
consequences to his
none.
actions, yeah.
So then, as the series goes on, it's like Dragon Ball Super. It's like, oh, I'm married to the richest woman of all time. Now I get to do whatever I want. Like, yeah, they wished him back to life.
Goku was a horrible father, and he never got to
Goku's
live.
literally the worst father ever. Piccolo for Father of the Year.
Genesis.
Piccolo for Father of the Year, definitely.
Piccolo for Father of the Year.
NGE.
Hey, Made in Abyss. You haven't seen Made in Abyss, bro. If you want to talk bad shit about bad dads,
Yeah, Made in Abyss might have the worst one.
What I'm trying to get to is like, okay,
Gohan has a bad dad.
Yeah.
Vegeta fucking blows up a whole crowd of people. They
Okay.
get wished back to life.
Okay.
But then, at that point, it's like, slap on the wrist, no big deal.
No, I get it.
But isn't that like the... I mean, like, not the overall concept, but doesn't that happen a lot in Dragon Ball Z? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Goku
happens
dies,
all the
people are
time.
Like,
That's-
don't worry, we'll just wish him back.
That's one of like the million things people bitch about Dragon Ball Z. There's no consequences ever.
There is no consequences. Like,
We'll just find another dragon. If
Even-
not, someone will make another.
Even when it comes to Goku, it's like, oh no, Goku's dead! He walks back from the afterlife. Hey guys, I just transported from the afterlife and I'm back here to fight, except now I have a halo.
oh, it's like, oh, Father, Son, Kamehameha, here, I'm gonna fucking help power you up. And then it's like,
They allowed me here for 24 hours, so I'm just here
oh,
to
24,
fight it
but I
up.
went Super Saiyan 3, so it's only fucking 16 hours. Let me just finish the job now. Like,
Exactly.
There are no consequences in Dragon Ball Z.
YuYu Hakusho wants to pretend that there's consequences.
At least they want to pretend. And I can...
What I think is like what I like about Yu Yu Hakusho is that for them at least is that they it's all or nothing for them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they either get strong and, like, train their fucking ass off, or they're fucking dead. Like, that's it. Like, how Toguro, when he threatened, when he first invited him to the tournament, he was just like, yo, if you don't do this, I'm killing you and everybody you know and everybody they know. So it's like, it's either this or nothing.
Sorry.
So I like the fact that, like, for them, like, they're really back up against the wall. Like, they really have to, they have no choice. I like that about that. For these characters. There are consequences on this.
I get it.
Dragon Ball Z, there are no goddamn consequences.
And if you think about it, I mean, the more and more we're talking about this, season 2 of Yu Yu Hakusho, it is the second season of Hunter x Hunter. It is a power level scaling of how this, or how our protagonists are learning to use their fucking abilities.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so much wild. Like when Genkai, on her last leg here, is fighting this asshole who wants to be given a signatory of being the beautiful Suzaku or whatever the fuck his name is.
Susaki? Or
Susaki?
Suzuki.
Suzuki. Yeah, it's Suzuki.
But she just beats his ass. Like, that's all there is.
She doesn't even do the trick she did last time where like she threw the energy back. She just literally just beats the shit out of him. I'm tired of hearing you talk and call yourself the beautiful Suzaku, so I'm just gonna literally beat the shit out of you with my remaining spirit energy.
And then he actually ends up helping the team later.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, which was I like the dynamic here when it comes to the other contestants, the battles that we have won throughout, because we get the Drunken Master later on, we get Jin back with their Scottish accent and shit, and also beautiful Susaku,
Yeah.
Suzuki, whatever,
Because they get a few days off between like this fourth round and like the final round, and this is where like
Yusuke's still fucking passed the fuck out at this point.
from going through the final test. So once Yusuke finally wakes up, he kind of just like stumbles outside and is just like laying on Keiko's lap. He almost gets jumped by a group of demons, and that's when the leaders
True,
that he made friends with,
and Toya and
Drunken Master, Jin, and beautiful Suzaku come back, and they're like,
Didn't that Yo-Yo Kid show up too?
yeah, the Yo-Yo Kid comes back.
Ryuko.
There you go.
I hate him. God.
yeah,
He's kind of annoying. Yeah, he was kind of annoying.
But, and then like talking to you guys, like fucking think about, you know, the whole retrospective aspect of it. It's like, it was so silly it worked because it was so original. Like, who else fights with the yo-yos? In what anime can you think of right now?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Other than Hunter x Hunter. Who fights with the yo-yos?
Hunter.
That's the only one we can think of. But it's funny because
It's Kilo and Hunter. You need to watch Hunter. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like,
I'll watch it later. When I get
one
home,
thing that I
I'll
think
watch
that
it.
makes this show is the narration.
we still need to talk about season 3 of Hunter x Hunter. Watch seasons 1 through 3 of Hunter x Hunter, and you will be the 4th person in on that episode.
Available on Netflix.
I promise it.
Definitely.
Absolutely. If you like, we'll even watch Trigun before that. But you have to watch seasons 1 through 3 of Hunter x Hunter.
DVDs of Trigun, seasons 1 through 4.
Are they Blu-rays?
Dude, they're like in Blockbuster cases.
Shut the fuck up! Did you just say Blockbuster?
Yeah, well, no, not Blockbuster case, but like the material is like. From
that grainy, grainy plastic.
Those are like the FLCL ones that I was showing you guys.
They were given to me as a gift, so I had no choice but to take them. But they are Trigun if you guys want to watch that shit.
I mean, we have streaming services now, you cavemen. I pay my Funimation bill.
I paid my $5.99 a month. It's okay.
Yeah, and Crunchyroll. I'm doubling up.
So right now we head to our last battle.
The training arc. It's really important.
Oh yes.
So we get this in between period. Genkai knows she's on her last leg. She just used all her spirit energy in that last fight. She's never gonna retain it back because now Yusuke has her fucking spirit orb, and she has a one-on-one air quotes conversation with Toguro,
who we find out are lovers.
They used to date. They used to buck. That man is like 10'10" and used to buck 6'3".
He's probably my favorite
Genkai.
villain in
3'6".
Yeah. I was like,
wait, what? 3'6", excuse me. So,
this tiny little, petite little woman.
This tight little pink-haired woman is hooking up with Shaq.
So pretty much to kind of bring it back full circle, they won the Dark Tournament many years ago. Mm-hmm. Anytime a contestant wins, they get to get their wish granted by the tournament committee.
Right.
His wish was to be pretty much turned into a demon of the highest class.
Yeah.
So he could always keep his youth and keep his strength. Her wish was that the committee would never ever bother her for anything ever again.
Correct.
And that was it.
I think that's a great wish.
Which they still honored it because the committee did not bother her.
The one who bothered her was Yusuke. Yusuke was... Oh, actually... Or honestly,
Toguro.
Yeah, Toguro did. There you go.
So, they have their conversation. Togoro's kind of being a little bit of an ass, and he's like, hey, you old hag, you used to be so fucking hot. Why'd you let yourself go? You could have been immortal and gorgeous like me forever, and look at what you've done.
But then her counter argument is like, you gave up your humanity. You gave up...
I think that's a good argument.
Yeah, no, it is a good argument. I'm not saying it's a bad argument, but like her argument is like, I loved you so much, and just for you to throw your humanity away, I'm not with it. Even though she's a dick to almost everybody, you know, it's just like
it just shows like character development, like super private in between like conversations between the old lovers many years ago, like. That shit's great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
man.
great.
And I think it's very in-character writing, because if Genkai is such a hard-ass to everybody and doesn't let anybody in, that's because the one time she did, that fool turned into a fucking demon.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
The minute you let somebody in, they turn into a demon.
So there's a reason behind that.
So, they have a fight, air quotes fight. But Genkai is like so underpowered at this point, and Togoro's like fresh as a daisy, 1000%. And he just punches her in the gut and blows out her back. Not in the good way.
and Toguro, like, a pussy move, because he was just waiting for the day that she had an apprentice, that she would give him her spirit wave too, so she can be fucking underpowered.
Yeah.
And he was just waiting for that moment. They go out in the forest, and he blows out her back. Her back.
All the backs are blown
All
out.
the backs are blown out.
So, but then Yusuke feels it and starts fucking running. Where the fuck is Genkai? Where the fuck is Genkai? Where's my adopted mother? I gotta go find her immediately. He finds them at like the end of the fight. So he's like a distance away, sees that final punch from Toguro that blows out her back, and he's just like, holy shit, my old lady mentor just fucking died. I thought she was going to die 2 days ago, and then she just died again right in front of me. So she dies in his arms.
He's holding her, yeah. He's fucking holding her.
Yeah, he's holding her, and she's like, hey, you stupid fuck. Like, please just beat Toguro. I sacrificed myself for a reason. And she's like, get Guy!
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
One thing I like about this show is the music. The soundtracks in this show is so fucking great.
Yes.
Oh my god. Well, I know, for example, like they repeat a lot of the same soundtracks for certain moments, but sad moments have a certain soundtrack. And I believe it was in that moment when she's dying with Yusuke, the soundtrack that I was playing. I can't remember what it is, but I'm playing it in my head.
It's almost like a marimba,
awesome.
like.
It's so fucking good, dude. It's so awesome. Yeah, dude, it's so sad. Dude, it's so sad. But I like the soundtracks. Yeah, exactly. I like the soundtracks in this series because it's like, man, they stick with you, bro.
That reminds me of Berserk a lot. Because, like, one of my biggest...
I was going to say Redline.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true, too.
Because the background music... It puts you there, you know, like Beastars. The music puts you in the moment. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's great.
But the point about repeating the tones and like affirming like how you're supposed to feel in that instant, that reminds me most of Berserk. Because Berserk only has like 3 or 4 themes, and each of them appeared during very specific instances.
Can I also say that Haikyuu has very good soundtracks? I'm just saying that.
But Haikyuu has good music in general. Like it's not repeated tunes that are gonna make you feel a certain way. But it's upbeat anime music that makes you want to like play volleyball through a ball. Like so immediately, all the more spiritually aware people can feel right away that something happened that aren't stupid as fuck.
Kuwabara does it.
Kuwabara does it. But Kurama and Hiei right away are like, oh shit.
The music is playing?
Oh, yeah. Oh shit. Genkai just died. And then like, Yusuke still isn't telling anybody, but like obviously a certain group of people already know. And at the same time, Botan knows because
And
Shizuru knows because Shizuru is very spiritually aware and not stupid as fuck like her brother.
And Botan is losing her fucking shit.
Well, Botan knows because she transports spirits from the river Styx like to the afterlife. So she had to transport Genkai's spirit to the afterlife.
I mean, to be fair, as a viewer, we're all losing our shit at this moment.
Yeah. And we're all Botan in this instance. Just losing. We're like, ugh, how is Yusuke surviving? I'm so upset. How is he okay?
I feel like my grandma died. In that moment, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. And like, But Yusuke's doing like the really immature thing because we show, even though he's like physically mature, he's stronger, he's still not like really emotionally mature. He doesn't want to admit it happened at first.
And that has a very central point to the story coming up soon.
Mm-hmm. And even before then, so Yusuke now has his bigger channeled power from the Spirit Wave Orb that he got from Genkai. He has extra training buffs that he's gotten just from participating in the tournament. And he has that emotional baggage from Genkai dying. So we see him in an instance like practicing his spirit gun, shooting it straight up. But it looks like there's like a fucking nuclear blast happening around him.
He's like, this is for you, Genkai.
Yeah, his spiritual pressure is so much that he's like causing a crater in the ground and can shoot it straight up so he doesn't hit anybody. But everybody else on the island, every other combatant, like, feels it happen at that same time. You even see, like, Kuwabara at the hotel room watching this blast go up in the sky, being like, oh my god, is that Urameshi?
And at the same time, Hiei is at the battlefield where Genkai lost her life, and he sees the big-ass crater that Toguro did on the floor. So now, him getting his arm back, he's like, fuck, dude, I need to punch shit harder, you know? And he makes a crater on the floor, like maybe a fifth of the size of the crater that Toguro made. So he's like, fuck, I'm a pussy. So he's just, we're led to believe that this dude just punched in the ground for like the next couple of minutes. Yeah. You know, and then Kuwabara sees Yusuke at the shoreline where this hotel is or whatever, and he's just, you know, his aura is just, you know, gushing out of him. At this point, beautiful Suzaki meets with
randomly in the woods.
Kurama and Kuwabara.
Yes, and gives Kuwabara the handle piece to a sword, which will almost
let him like channel his energy
even more.
Yeah.
Correct. And he gives Kumara
Kurama a potion.
A potion. Yeah.
That can, like, revert him back and turn him back into his demon self.
Correct.
But, so, like, Kuwabara tries going up to Urameshi being like, hey, look how badass my sword is now, bro. But he just walks into, like, Yusuke and this giant, like, spiritual pressure, and he's just like, never mind, bro.
Yeah.
So, all that happens. The next round starts. They're missing their fifth member because Genkai's dead.
The masked fighter's hops dead. In as a fifth member.
Right. But he's a bitch. She is a fucking bitch.
Koenma.
I don't remember the timeline of this, but him and Sakio basically bet their lives on this last match.
He doesn't do shit, dog. I hate it.
I hate him so because like a lot of like the comedy like excerpts in this whole season come out of Koenma. So he'll be up in his VIP box watching the fight, like talking shit to the Blue Ogre, and Koenma, now that his life's on the line, shows up with like a jetpack on his back. He's like,
Koenmatron.
Yeah, Koenmatron. If shit goes on, I'm just gonna float away. Y'all nerds can die. Peace, whatever. He's such a pussy.
The baby guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
King Yama's son.
There you go. I was like, wow.
So this last fight happens, and the fifth member for the Togoros is kind of the same thing. It's the billionaire guy.
Sakio.
It's Sakio, yeah. So Sakio and Koenma make the bet. They're like, hey, we're not gonna fight. We're not fighters. But we'll just
bet our lives.
We'll bet our lives on it. So it's basically a 4-on-4. Because what we didn't even talk about is like at the end of like the third episode, after all the cheating, Toguro killed the entirety of the tournament committee. On behalf of the billionaire friend. Sakio.
He was just basically tired of like them fucking with everything. Essentially, Toguro just wanted a pure fight.
Correct.
He was the guy from the Black Club, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, Sakio's whole gimmick is that like he is betting on Urameshi winning, but on Urameshi winning to the point that he's betting on Urameshi winning the final fight because then he can double back on his winnings, triple his profit, and he can fund an effort to create a portal between the human world and the spirit world. And that's how he's going to flood demons into the human world.
Yeah. And that's what... Well, in past episodes, we know that Sakio, he's annoyed with the committee because they're cheating. They're doing what boxing does every fucking weekend. Yeah. He even... There's a part of an episode that he's even in the crowd he's like sitting there, and one of the billionaires is like, "What are you doing over here with this fucking rents?" It's like, these people don't know what's gonna happen. It's more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see a fair fight. And when it comes to this episode, he's telling them about the plan of making this tunnel to the human world and demon world, and they're not about it. They're like, "Whoa, what do you mean? What are you gonna do? No, we can't fucking have demons in the human world and blah blah blah." And that's when Toguro kills him, right?
Yeah. Well, so then, so this last fight's happening. Everything's on the line because it's not only like the lives of Team Urameshi and the lives of Team Toguro, but if Sakyo gets the funding, he's going to destroy the entirety of the human world with the help of demons in this portal.
Which has a huge implication on the next season.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't even
Huge
realize
implication.
that. I didn't even know that. So then, Urameshi, well, the Masked Fighter isn't obviously in the next round. And everyone knows but Kuwabara.
Yeah.
Because he's just sitting around screaming, being like, "Where the fuck is Genkai?" And Yusuke, still not wanting to admit it, is just like, "Oh, she's sick. She's in bed. Like, she'll come through maybe later." And Kuwabara is just talking shit. Like, he's so mad. "Where's that lazy bitch? Like, tell her to get over here and get in this fight."
It's kind of... man, how do you...
It's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked up that they shelter him to that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like... I mean, he's a grown-ass man. I have a child.
He's 17.
No, he's not 17.
No,
He's
older.
18?
They're still in middle school.
Yeah.
He's
or
14.
like a freshman, whatever. They're like 14.
See, but like, I have a child. I'm sure I'm going to come into some circumstances where I might want to shelter my child from the truth of this evil world.
Hey, man, if you're going to come on a surface, that's on you.
But it just seems so fucked up. Even though it is playful in the anime, to me it seems so fucked up.
No, it is. It's really it's like abusive behavior almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially under, like, this is like a family at this point. Like, imagine if, what's his name? Toretto from Fast and Furious tried keeping a secret from his family. That's a sin. You don't do that.
Or if anyone kept the secret from Toretto.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's all about family, bro.
You get it. So, the fight starts happening. We have these ginormously overpowered, like, fighters on Togoro's team.
Bui, Hiei, one of maybe...
Not him yet. It's the one with the mask. What's his name?
Yeah, Bui.
That's Bowie?
Bui with the armor and the mask. And
No. Not the one with the long hair and the mask.
No, that's the third fight.
Oh,
Second or
that's the
third
third
fight.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
the-
okay.
Hiei and Bui's fight is amazing.
Dude, the animation to that, the lead up to that, everything is amazing.
Bui is the one that fights with who?
Hiei.
Hiei. Okay.
No. First is Karasu.
Oh yeah, Karasu and Kurama. With
Yeah, it's
the,
Karasu.
the
Oh, okay.
explosions. Yes.
That's right.
So Karasu is a character that we've been seeing throughout the tournament art. He has long black hair.
And a mask.
He's wearing like this demon mask over his face.
Overhaul.
Yeah. He looks like Overhaul from My Hero Academia. But the thing about Kurama is that he got the potion to turn him back into Yoko Kurama from beautiful Suzaku or whatever. Suzuki. So he's been training with it so that he can be prepared for the final round. So then this starts. So the beginning of this fight is this character that can literally produce bombs from his skin that like, but people can't even see the bombs unless you have like really high spirit affinity, which Kurama in his base human form does not have. Mm-hmm. And right away, he doesn't want to use the potion that's going to turn into Yoko Kurama because he's trying to save it for later. But it's anime, you know what I mean? Like, it's just stalling for time. Like, you know exactly what it's doing. So, at a certain point, like, he's getting his ass kicked. And Kurama uses the potion, turns himself into Yoko Kurama, and he turns into, like, this all-powerful fox demon that can, like, make piranha plants shoot out the guy. But because he now has his higher spiritual pressure, he can see what's producing the bombs from this guy, and it's, like, little demons. It's a whole-ass, like, little bat-looking things with, like, an eye that are floating around and, like, exploding on people. And it's super destructive because Karasu is so much more powerful than anybody else we've seen, which, like, raises the stakes so much more because it's, like, he's blowing up not just portions of the crowd like we saw other people doing, like beautiful Suzaku or whatever his name was. He's blowing up half the stadium just to make a point to Kurama, like, hey, don't fuck with me. Like, I can kill all of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wild ass fight because all of a sudden the stakes are so much higher. Because all we've seen from Team Toguro so far is that Toguro, big boy,
he's just
break
stronger
things
than
fast.
everyone.
Yeah. So it's even as Yoko Kurama, you don't understand how Kurama's going to get out of this.
Nope. And they as Kurama, as they're stalling for the episode time, he realizes that he's making monsters, tiny monsters, to explode. Correct.
Right.
And he at one point where he sends those bat-looking ones, the eyeball ones, bomb, whatever.
Right.
That's where the poison, the
exploding power.
No. The thing that he drank.
The potion.
The potion. Yeah, there you go. I have a hard time saying poison and potion. Poison. Anyways, it takes effect. And we see fucking Yoko Kurama back.
Yeah.
And it looks twice as amazing as it did the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the first time, I mean, everything was covered in mist. Nobody could see anything. And again, Kurama's...
You even hear, like, the announcers, like, both the fox girl and the little fish girl being like, who is this tall, handsome man with white hair that's all of a sudden in the crowd? Where has lanky, ugly Kurama gone? So, it's funny because all of a sudden the entirety of the crowd knows who Yoko Kurama is. Like, he was the master thief in Demon World. But the thing about Kurama training with the potion is that he's grown he's less sensitive to it. Mm-hmm. So he has less time under the influence of the potion being Yoko Kurama. So he expected it to last 10 minutes. It lasted like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And it's terrifying because Yoko Kurama finally gets to the point that you think that Kurasu's gonna die. Because like his mask breaks off and like all this shit starts happening. But the thing about Kurasu is the mask was just holding back like his destructive power. Because now with like his voice and his mouth being open, he can start projecting like an obscene amount of explosive power everywhere in an instant. So
foreshadowing.
Yeah. Which foreshadows like other powers later on. So right here, Yoko Kurama turns back into regular human Kurama. Kurasu is now exposed as being like the super destructive person, more so than he was 10 minutes before. And as an audience member, you're just like, dude, like, did they just write themselves into a corner? Like, there's no way he gets out of this without it appearing corny. But I think that says a lot about like the writing for Mr. Togashi is that it works out in the end. Like, does anyone want to pick up right there?
I don't remember how the fight finished though.
You remember, Roby?
He sends a bunch of the plants like towards him, doesn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. But so the thing about Kurama when he turns back into regular Kurama from Yoko Kurama is he has less power over his plants, right?
Right.
Correct.
So now these plants could like literally hurt anybody because they're demon eating plants. Mm-hmm. And at that same time, Kurama has that trick that he's been using where he tries to put like his flower seed inside of a person and tries to infect them by blowing up their heart that way through the use of like this demon-infused power rose. Correct. So Yoko Kurama turns back in regular Kurama. The plants are going insane. Kurasu thinks he's won. But what he didn't even notice is that Kurama had infected him with a seed, which ends up like infecting his heart, and he's able to make him blow up. So like, Kurama almost dies. You are led to believe that he's basically almost dead at the end of this episode. So any other fights that happen in the rest of the final round, like, Kurama's not going to be involved. And that's what's so much scarier because this is where we get the Bowie fight. And Bowie is like this 8-foot tall demon in giant, like, dragon scales and a giant 400-pound axe on his back.
It looks like King Shredder from...
Yes. He does look like Shredder.
And he's going to fight Hiei.
So, like, this entire fight is possibly, like, my favorite fight in the entire Dark Tournament.
I think so too, awesome. Man. If it had CGI, it could look much more worse. It could look so horrible, but being animated in the 90s and being that well done, it is so crazy.
It gives more attest to the artist. Man, that was impressive.
So, like, he's 4'11". Bowie is, like, fucking 8 feet with all his armor, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, with his spirit energy, Bowie is like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking summon this gigantic axe and throw it at him. And then he is just like, all right, whatever, I'll dodge it. Or, like, break it or whatever the case is. So then at some point, Bowie, like, gets that giant axe and, like, sticks it into the ring, like, giant fucking 4x4 cement or whatever pieces. And
the platform.
The platform, and launches it at Hiei. And Hiei is just, like, fucking up every single piece, whatever. So then Bowie's like, you know what? I'm going to finally talk this entire tournament. You're worthy of this. So he starts taking off his armor. And the whole, like, power behind it is like his battle aura, which is like his own spirit energy or whatever. That's what makes him super strong. So then he is like, okay, well shit, I'm gonna fucking bring out my Dragon of the Darkness Flame. So he brings it out, animation, amazing, and then at some certain point, like you get this like little backstory that Bowie met with Toguro because he was trying to kill Toguro, and Toguro basically gave him the giant scar that's on his forehead because Toguro kicked his ass, and he was like, you know what, you're still stronger. So he recruited him to his team, made him realize he's like way stronger than he really is, but Bowie's entire existence is to beat Toguro.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's just not even friends with him. He's just training with him until it's able to beat him.
Exactly. I think the older Toguro says that at one point. The one that turns himself into like slimy armor and stuff is that like the other members of Team Toguro are only there because the Toguros allowed them to live.
Right.
So the rest of the team members on Team Toguro feel like they need to prove themselves because they've been like shamed by being beaten by the Toguro brothers.
Like
so they've been humbled. They're not there out of like allegiance. It's more like, hey, I need to live long enough and train hard enough so that I can actually beat these guys that own me.
Mm-hmm. Well, in Bowie's case, I feel I get like a lot of I can't remember what his name is, but the kid from Vinland Saga. I get a lot of vibes from him. You know how he's with that other dude, and he's just like, man, I'm only with you because I want to fucking.
That's the exact plot to Vinland Saga. The second half of Vinland Saga is literally about a little Viking child pledging allegiance and having an adoptive father to somebody that killed his actual father so that he can live long enough and learn enough about his fighting style so that he can murder him in cold blood for killing his father. This is Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga. Yes, sir.
Vinland Saga is just about Vikings. It's about Vikings finding the new world.
I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. You should check it out.
It's on Amazon.
Cool. But after our fight with the explosive dude, we get Bowie.
We get Bowie. So he's like fucking Rock Lee. You know what I mean? Just like big boy, punch hard, like bigger spiritual pressure, which is why it hurts him so much more that he lost to Toguro. Because Toguro has no like rhyme or reason to his power. It's just like big dude, punch hard. Same exact thing.
Yeah, they're basically the same thing. Just Toguro is bigger, stronger. Stronger guy, better.
Every way, yeah.
And it feels like Bowie is the one that carries that resentment a little bit more than everybody else. Cause
I think Toguro's more like, I didn't even know you were mad at me, bro. What the hell?
I don't even know who you are.
You're always around me. I was always wondering why.
He's like, I remember we fought that one time, but I don't know.
Bowie also has this giant scar on his forehead.
And it wasn't even a fight. It was like Toguro threw a punch and fucking cracked the skull.
Well, it's because he thought he was a child prodigy too. So he's a demon child. He thought he had this ginormous spiritual pressure and power that he could defeat anybody. Toguro shows up, who used to be human, punches him once in the forehead, and he's just like, dude, how the fuck did I lose? So he's so upset by that. And that's what's so ironic about him facing Hiei is because Hiei is overpowered as fuck at this point. Because like he used the
Dragon of the Darkness Flame.
The Dragon of the Darkness Flame last time, and he feels like he understands where it's coming from. He does the same thing again. He gives it the same right arm, his dominant arm again. It's just like, I bring forth the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. But this time, he gives up his whole body. So, because the Dragon of the Darkness Flame is given like more leeway, more incentive to perform, Egos start going ape shit, and you just see this giant black flame dragon. Like, what's the fire called from Naruto? The
Ninetales guy?
No. The fire, the one that Sasuke does. That's this black in like.
Oh
this fire that you can't douse. It looks something like that. So, again, because it's just nameless demons in the crowd, he starts dragging Bowie all the way around the arena and blasting whole, like, parts of the arena away. Mm-hmm. So you see hundreds of demons dying.
Just no disregard, like, just fucking dead.
Like, like you said earlier, whatever.
They're nameless demons. Yeah. So it's gnarly as fuck. And even the announcers are just like, well, 80% of the crowd is now dead. What is going to happen now? And this is my favorite piece of animation in the whole fucking thing. In the whole, like, Dark Tournament saga. Because they strip down cells. They make it less fluid. It starts to look like a colored pencil quick sketch. Mm-hmm. And Hiei just in motion in the middle of all this energy. It looks something like out of Redline. It looks something, it's so... Them taking away animation from all the background effects and only doing this one character model, but making the character model look less sharp.
Animated.
Yeah, less animated. Makes it look more fluid and more like you're in the middle of this giant intensive energy blast. Correct. And it's so wild to see. Like...
The entire animation is just done so well. And if we think back, like, dude, this is the 90s. They had to fucking draw this shit out.
I was just about to say, that's an attest to, like, 90s anime aesthetics. Like, man, it was really good how they were able to do with what they had at that moment. And in that time.
And as this attack is going on, I mean, this Hail Mary that Hiei puts out with the dragon, Bowie deflects it in some way. And makes him eat, because the gimmick behind this attack is that this demon dragon is gonna take what Hiei gave him, which was his entire body. Mm-hmm. So as he deflects this attack, gets back to Hiei.
There's a piece of dialogue from Bowie, even before he pulls it out, where he's like, I know that his trump card is the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. If I can, like, just deflect it to the point that the dragon gets distracted and tries to eat Hiei, then I've won. That's it.
Right.
And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. The dragon engulfs fucking Hiei, and we think fucking Hiei is gone.
Yeah.
You know? And out of thin air, demon energy and demon flames are starting to materialize again in the air. And this animation, like we've been talking about, I don't know how else to put it into words, but it looks so good that this demon energy is materializing in the air, and Hiei comes back. And he's like, this is now the next part of my move. He's like, not only did I summon the dragon, I am the dragon, bitch.
Oh, once he fucking dropped that line, I was like, fuck, that was so good.
Because the gimmick there is the dragon was going to eat Hiei. Hiei is the only person ever to make a deal with the Dragon of the Darkness Flame and say, hey, you can live with inside me. And we can be like...
Venom.
It's fucking Venom. Exactly. Yeah. So he venoms his symbiote and is like, hey, you can live within me, and if you can be my ultimate, like, energy source, then we'll be straight. We'll be alright.
Correct.
And Hiei talks about that the rest of the fight. It's just like, I am the only person to ever make the deal with the Dragon of the Darkness Flame. I am the fucking master of this
Mad
shit.
scientist laugh.
Exactly.
In the background. and as Bowie's like distraught of like what just happened.
He's like, did you just eat the Dragon of the Darkness Flame?
He just starts wailing punches at him and trying to fucking hit him, and he is just taking punch, and he's like, no, dude, is like, you're out. He punches him once in the chest, sends him out flying, kills some more 1,000 demons in the crowd. and I feel that here, Bowie asked Hiei, it's like, just fucking kill me. I feel that Bowie saw in Hiei what he thought he was, the prodigy demon child that he thought he was. Okay. Hiei is that prodigy demon child.
Right.
And he is like, I'm not gonna kill you, motherfucker. I don't listen
it's
to
like
you.
If you want to die, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
excellent.
Good.
It's so good. It's so great because you almost think that like Bowie's just gonna live, like he is gonna let him live, but the nature of the Dragon of the Darkness Flame is like, hey, there's this bigger energy out there, like I have to just consume it, like that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's how Bowie dies. So that's what's so wild about the final round of the Dark Tournament is just like we're already 2 fights down in the Dark Tournament, and our guys, Team Urameshi's already up 2-0.
2-0.
It's like soccer. Like imagine you go to a fucking Locomotives game, you're up 2-0 by the half, and you're like, okay, that's it. Do we leave? We don't even gotta watch the rest of this.
But this kind of resembles like what we go through every day. Like once shit starts going so good, you're just like, damn man, you know something's about to happen.
No, exactly. I'm glad you brought it up like that because like these last couple fights are just like.
Whoa.
The next fight is Kuwabara, correct?
Kuwabara and Elder Toguro.
Creep me.
He's
a
fucking
me out.
freak,
man.
He creeps me the fuck out, man. Yeah. So, Boruto body of Elder Toguro, brother. He's the one though in the Furzies, and Toguro used as a sword and as a shield, and because he's so malleable and he can morph his body to whatever. Kuwabara thinks he has the upper hand with his new sword handling thing, but then Kuwabara uses a power that is not even mentioned.
No. So before he uses like the fucking spirit fly swat or whatever the fuck.
Correct.
Elder Toguro is giving like a little puppet show, basically making fun of Kuwabara that the rest of the team hasn't like told him what's going on.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Because he knows Genkai's dead.
Yeah. Right.
Because Kuwabara is still in the background being like, where the fuck is lazy ass Genkai? Tell that lazy bitch to come out and come fight. And yeah, so Elder Toguro, he's such a cunt. Like, there's no other word for it. He's such just a little...
He's fucking Dio.
Yes, he's Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just this little bitchy cunt.
I like Dio.
You like Dio? Nobody likes Dio. You're not supposed to like Dio. What are you talking about?
Griffith did nothing wrong.
Exactly. So Elder Toguro is like, yeah, my brother's a fucking pussy and fell in love with a girl when he was still human.
Meanwhile, like with his fucking little tentacle hands, he's like making puppeteers out of like Toguro and fucking Genkai, like, oh, they're all in love, like, kiss.
And this is where we get the real backstory behind everything. Is that, like, so not only did Genkai and Toguro, they used to be the OG spirit detectives. They were walking around, like, killing demons, and they were the best at it.
Well, no. Genkai never said she was a spirit detective. She was just like, I wanted to be the strongest, and whoever got in my way, I'd kill. It just happened to be a bunch of apparitions.
Genkai's so badass. Genkai's so tight. So, but then Toguro, because he's insecure, and this is a piece of the writing I kind of like, because I know we were making fun of the Becknell Test earlier, and that like the women don't really have an identity outside of the man, especially in this season of Yu Yu Hakusho. Genkai's the only one that does. Because Toguro is such an insecure dude, such an insecure man, he always needs to prove himself. Like, he could not allow himself to age. It's like those fucking people you knew in high school that still can't stop talking about their high school football career. It's like, dude, that Uncle was like... Rico. Yes, it's Uncle Rico. Dude, that was like 15 years ago. You need to get the fuck over it.
Stuck in their peak.
Yeah. Right, but that's exactly who Toguro is as a character. He's permanently stuck in his peak because he wished for that. Genkai, such like a badass bitch, she doesn't care if she ages. She's mastered so much and done so much.
She's still a bad bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I agree with. I think it's a better way to go about things. Like, naturally progress through, because like you experience everything you're supposed to experience, you know what I mean, and in the natural way you're supposed to experience it, which I mean,
no,
to me,
I want to be a badass till the day I die.
You know what I mean, like, yeah, exactly, like
Toguro, I want to be Toguro till the day I die.
Yeah.
That sounds way better, man. What the fuck?
Well, what's also the piece of backstory we get here is that Toguro, as this badass like spiritual martial artsman, had a dojo. He had students at a certain point. And before the Dark Tournament happened where he gained his demon power, all of his dojo was murdered while he was out on a job with Genkai. Because the big bad from that Dark Tournament was like, hey, I'm going to upset Toguro so much that he won't be able to perform.
Right.
So he killed all of his students in cold blood, just this evil demon motherfucker. But it had the opposite effect that Toguro went into the woods for 6 months, a la Yusuke Urameshi, and came out as just like super focused, hyper strong person in his peak. And that's why he won, was like to avenge his students to a certain point, which like, this is the part in the Dark Tournament Saga where they really, really tried getting you to sympathize with Toguro.
That's what I was about to mention, actually. That's kind of crazy how they emphasize the fact that not only, Toguro obviously at this point is clearly the villain, but in this moment you can kind of relate to him because he's just like, man, he lost
He lost his kids.
Yeah, he lost everybody that was looking up to him.
He lost his girl. He lost his students.
So you can kind of relate in that moment. It's like, damn, I agree why he did what he did in that moment.
It's almost like that what if Doctor Strange thing. You know, he got so engulfed with his obsession of trying to, you know,
save his girl that was going to die.
Save his girl and shit, that he became a demon himself.
Yep.
You know? And it is so crazy that we talk about how dense the story between Toguro, Genkai, and Urameshi is getting here. It's dense. It's good. It's a loaf of bread. It's a fucking Popeye's biscuit, bro. And as Kuwabara is fighting Elder Toguro,
right?
He gets upset. He gets upset at his team, but not as much as I thought he would be because he's so dumb, hard-headed. But he did use that energy to the fight, which I liked.
So Elder Toguro, it backfired on him because he's like, "You're such a fucking dumbass. Your whole team doesn't even want to tell you that Genkai is dead.
Your team knows you're a dumbass.
Yeah, your team knows you're stupid and like not emotionally mature, and you can't even handle this information." So he tells him outright. But at that same time, the sword hilt that Kuwabara got from beautiful Suzaku, it got knocked out of his hand like at the very beginning of the fight, because Elder Toguro is smart enough to know where the fuck this power surge is coming from, right? And there's a few instances where you think Kuwabara cuts Elder Toguro like in half. But Elder Toguro, being all fluid and liquidy and can form his body into anything, he can move his vital organs. It's the exact same premise from the boulder guy from season 1.
Correct.
That can move apart like his vital organ. That's the only way to kill him.
The vital rock.
Yeah, it's the exact same premise.
Correct.
And at a certain point, Kuwabara really just does a giant fucking energy sword and just blasts this whole area where his body would be, to the point that Elder Toguro, you would think like he can't protect his organs at that point, right?
Correct.
So time passes, the announcer gives the countdown, and you think Kuwabara's won, right? So then the very last fight is what we've been waiting for this whole fucking season. It's younger Toguro, it's big Toguro versus Yusuke Urameshi. And
well, even before that, so fucking Kuwabara's like fucking spirits ice water and like kills Elder Toguro. But then he tries to make his little comeback back. And then younger Togoro's like, he basically just fucks him up. He kills him. He's like, no, this is my fight.
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to lead up to. So, like, in the middle of the Yusuke fight and the younger Toguro fight, the older Toguro tries to come up and be like, I'm not dead. I'm going to sneak around and I'm going to secretly kill Urameshi, and that's how we're going to win. Younger Toguro is so fed up with his older brother's shit that he just murders him on the spot. He's like, dude, you disrespected my dead girlfriend.
Which wasn't enough to begin with, but...
Right. But just on, like, layering and just... Because since season 1, younger Toguro has been trying to train Yusuke Urameshi so that he can use 100% of his power, which he's never been able to do before, and actually fulfill himself, like, as a person. Like, the only way I can actually... I'm too powerful. It's like being Mark Zuckerberg. Like, I can never spend all of my money. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's never gonna happen. At a certain point, I have to just start, like, I need to test myself.
It reminds me of that episode of Star Wars Visions with the elder Sith that strays away from the Sith.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm just a badass. I just want a good fight.
Right.
Kind of shit. Exactly.
It's that exact concept. So the older brother tries coming out of the cracks and he's like, oh, I protected my organs. I'm right here. Younger Toguro just one punches him and just like fucking destroys him. So this is where you're really like, holy shit, it's just Yusuke versus Toguro. That's it. And this is the longest fight in the whole like arc, which is right. It's fitting, right? Because
about 4 episodes long.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like 4 episodes. Like every other fight is either like 1 episode or like 1.5 episodes or half an episode. And it's just so wild how it happens, because the thing about Yusuke's fighting style and his powers that we've been led to believe, it's literally just like big spiritual pressure, go boom. That's it. There's no...
The more I believe, the more boom.
Yeah, there's no technique to it. There's no rose whip. There's no spiritual dragon technique. There's no sword. It's just like, dude, if I channel my spirit energy, I can beat the shit out of you.
That's what's like so good about it.
Yeah, which I think is a good emphasis on what I was saying earlier, like their backs up against the wall, so it's now or never. So they really have to give it 110%, or that's it. It's over, because at this point in the story, it's clear Yusuke Urameshi is the strongest person there. So it's like it's either he beats him or Toguro just annihilates.
And as anime watchers, we know what the outcome's gonna be, you know. But as far as like character design for Toguro, god damn, bro, like
it's cool because they keep giving him transformations.
Absolutely,
the nature of his power is that like he can choose to do 50%, 100%, whatever, and his body will transform to acclimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and because he's a demon, he's just seen as being like an 8-foot tall, super strong dude most of the time. But as a demon, as he starts using more of his demon power, he turns more and more demon-like.
And he starts sucking fucking demon crowd people into him, bro. And
so he powers up, and essentially he's like, you know what? To maintain this powered up state, which is faux 100%, he's like, I have to draw souls out of the crowd, and it's basically just fucking drawing the souls out of the demon apparitions that are there.
Mm-hmm.
At what he says is 100%, ends up being like 85%, I think.
Which is usually how like
anime
villains do that shit. They're like, I'm at 100%. Psych, I lied. I was only at 75, bitch. You
Absolutely.
like,
and I like the turn in the beginning of this fights before Toguro. I like the turn on the crowd, because the crowd has been shitting on the Urameshi team.
Yeah.
Fucking kill him, fucking kill him.
Yusuke, kill Yusuke.
Yeah, but now the crowd is like, yo, Yusuke's like, save us, please.
Yeah, I'm tired of dying.
Togoro's gonna kill all of us. Please protect me.
Yeah. And again, such a good character in its own.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd people, I don't know, it's there. They want you to know it's there, and it works so good.
The announcers too, because even the fox girl in the crowd is just like, Toguro is now alienating half of the crowd. How is everyone going to respond? And it's so good, because there's several times in this fight where Urameshi gets a point blank shot on Toguro and just blasts him with the spirit gun. But we know that it's not over yet, because the saga is not over, and it's just Togoro's final form is crazy because it reminds me of like a World of Warcraft character. It's all shoulder plates and like a helmet.
He just fucking built for defense.
Right. So you can't even punch him. You can't even blast him. It's just all power right at your face. And what we didn't even talk about is that like between the fourth round and the last round, Toguro single-handedly carried a whole stage platform from one side of the island to the other.
Yeah.
Just to like, as like both a flex of strength, but also he's the only strong person on the island that can like get the tournament back on track in time.
The platform got destroyed from Hiei and Bui.
Right.
So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna let's get this shit over with. So he fucking carries it on his entire back.
Fucking Cell Saga style. I'm gonna build my own fucking
exactly.
tournament.
That's exactly what it is.
And I like here because we get a little bit of exposition from the cave scene a few episodes ago, where Urameshi got the orb, the spirit wave orb into him. Not only did he get that, but Genkai gave him some spiritual chains.
Oh,
he had those since the beginning, since like the 6 month training arc.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Because to focus the spiritual wave technique on a singular point, like she was trying to do, Yusuke's power is too much that he can't focus it. So she was like, hey, dumbass, you can't focus your spiritual pressure enough, so I'm going to put literal spiritual chains on you. A la like Rock Lee from Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So it's exactly like that.
Weighted clothing like Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly.
Again, I said, foreshadowing with the fight with Karasu and Kurama. Because he had the mask on, like I said.
Exactly.
Good fucking writing, man.
It's great. It all leads into each other, and that's what's so fire, because like right here, this is the strongest demon in the whole world. Like younger Toguro is the strongest person to exist. Period. As far as we've been led to know so far.
Right.
So for Yusuke to have been holding back this whole time by keeping on his spiritual gauntlets,
he's like, playtime's over.
Yeah, even Togoro's like, you stupid bitch. I could have killed you, at any moment, and you were holding back?
So, like, one of my favorite moments in the entire anime, and I'm talking about all the fucking seasons. He's like, alright, I was just fucking around. And so, like, he, like, takes off his little cuffs, and so, exactly what you're talking about, after he absorbed the spirit orb, he has so much fucking power going through him that Genkai's, you know what? To save your own life, I'm gonna cast a spell on you, and when you are strong enough or smart enough, whatever you want to determine that, to take them off, say these words, and it'll release all your spirit energy. So, like, they put these cuffs on him, and he can't move unless he uses 100% of his physical and spirit energy strength to just move around.
And, go ahead.
Oh, no, go for it.
And, but the way that unfolds, it's so good because, I mean, Urameshi is already being cocky, and he's standing on the platform, and how that plot point, like, unfolds in the story, it's so good because in his head, it's a flashback of Genkai's voice. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, dimwit dumbasses, like, I'm gonna give you this safe word.
These will save your life one day.
And you can use it. And him, in his head, is like, well, there's no better moment than this, right?
Yeah.
Old lady? And he says, virtuous?
No.
Batallas? Avitus. What is that?
I've watched this so many goddamn times. Avitus is one of the gods of, like, war or something like that.
Okay.
No, am I thinking of something else?
No, you might be right. I don't know. That sounds smart.
Yeah,
that sounds fucking smart. If that's true, that's fucking great.
Good enough for this podcast.
Yeah. we don't fact check.
We've had a couple drinks.
Don't take this at face value, but just...
Anyway, so he says, like, Avitus, and, like, the spell's broken, and a bit of foreshadowing. You see this gigantic fucking spirit energy come out of him, which, not to, like, ruin anything for anyone, but it's fucking Pooh's eventual form later in the 3rd or 4th season.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
What?
You don't know about this?
I didn't know that.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, really?
I didn't know that.
We didn't know anything about you.
I didn't know about that. When I was a kid, I never saw Past the Dark Tournament.
Wait,
Saga.
so time out. Actually, really super big time out. You've never seen Past the Dark Tournament?
No, never.
Dude, it gets so much intense and deeper, and the plot twists are just phenomenal.
No, I got it. That's wild.
Okay, so the only thing I'll say about this is, so, like, he yells out, like, Avitus, and this fucking gigantic billowing spirit energy, like, fucking blows out of him. That's eventually Pooh's, like, final form, if you even want to think about it. It's not, like, that important, but it is, but it's not. So from that being said, so, like, all this spirit energy fucking Yusuke releases, like, comes back into him, and he's like, alright, playtime's over. So he goes up to Toguro, and he starts, like, fucking him up.
Yeah.
But then at some point, he's, like, fucking up nonstop, and he's like, wait, this dude's still in control.
Yeah.
So he backs off. And then Toguro's like, you know what? Thank you. I can finally operate at 100%.
Which is when he goes, like, full demon form. Like, he doesn't even look like a person anymore. He's been humanoid this whole time. But then he starts turning black, and, like, his face is, like, fusing into his neck, and it's so wild to see, because there's no rhyme or reason to Yusuke's power. It's just like, I just need to find more power within myself, and I'm going to do it bigger. And that's when it turns really fucking wild, because the transitioning spirit of Genkai is able to possess Pooh as a spirit medium and flies down to the stage where Yusuke and Toguro are fighting. She tells Toguro, like, hey, Yusuke's kind of a stupid piece of shit. The only way you can unlock his full power is if he's trying to protect somebody. So
through his true emotions.
Right, his true emotions. So you need to kill somebody close to him, or he's never going to, like, actually awaken his full power. Right. And Toguro, the only thing he's ever been wanting ever is, like, a real fight that puts him in danger. Points out Kuwabara, and you're like, you're his oldest friend, right? Oh, I guess so. Me and Urameshi are kind of close.
Give me your heart.
yeah, and just, like, stabs him in the chest.
And so, like, to interject real quick, like, Toguro has this part where he's like, you know what, I'm a demon and I do these terrible things, but he's like, at the end of the day, I choose to do bad things because I know I'm a bad person and I choose to do bad things. Mm-hmm. It's not, and he's kind of like paying tribute to his demon side. He's like, yes, I'm a demon, but I choose to do demon things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which is super interesting and unique for the situation.
Correct. Yeah. By the way, the word abitus, what was it? Abitus is Latin for bird, but in more deepened meaning, it's of a grandfather, very old or ancestral.
It's Latin?
Yes, Latin. I knew it was Latin.
Foreshadowing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that's wild. Okay. Anyways, so Toguro, air quotes, kills Kuwabara. Me as an audience member, I'm just like, God damn it, I can never watch this shit after this episode now. Like, now my favorite character is dead. And so, but Yusuke's not only like mad that Kuwabara's dead, but he's mad that his teacher that he just cried for a whole week just like gave up the information that was like, hey, kill Kuwabara and Yusuke will awaken his full power. So now he's like quadruple pissed. Quadruple pissed. Awakens the awakening of his awakened power.
Pissed to the fourth?
Yeah, pissed to the fourth. And it's just like, so he is now able to just like blast Toguro in the fucking face, and Toguro like lets himself being like, oh, I've never been almost dead before. This is the greatest feeling in the world. which is like the ending to the fight kind of, because there's like 3 or 4 fake outs where it's just like Yusuke unleashes his full power. Yusuke unleashes his full power. Yusuke fakes out into unleashing his full power. And like Toguro matches the energy every time, right? But it's not until like Yusuke thinks that Kuwabara is dead that he's really like, okay, that's it. I'm done playing. And like we get that same like energy sphere aura that we saw in the training arc where he did the spirit blast straight up, but it's bigger. It's like as big as the whole stadium at this point. Which reminds me of
what remains of the stadium.
Well, it reminds me of what Roby was talking about last time we talked about YuYu Hakusho, where by the end of the anime, the spirit gun is led to be so big that you can destroy a whole planet with it, right?
Right.
And this is that same kind of energy. It's just like, dude, it's going to take the power of the destruction level of a planet for me to kill Toguro right now. And he does it. He's just like, dude, you killed my best friend, my only friend, my punching bag. So now I have to murder you on the spot. That's
Which
it.
I think is pretty cool for a teenage kid. I mean, he's
like 14, 15 years old.
So at this time, he doesn't think it's serious, but he's still a teenage kid. So he's like, all right, it's not that serious. I don't take it. But until he sees his friend actually die,
air quotes
actually die. Then he's just like, oh shit, this guy actually, he's serious. You know what I mean? Which I think is pretty cool because, like we said, Yusuke is still a kid at this point.
And right now, when we're off mic, when we're taking up our fucking 8th pee break, I was just telling Roby that this is probably the only 90s anime that I don't have anything negative to say. And then I just got reminded of what I thought was this dense Popeye's biscuit of a story between Toguro, Genkai, and Urameshi. It turns into a fucking plate of Jello, bro.
It gets kind of convoluted, right? So Togoro's whole plan was to be killed after killing Genkai, so that he could be transported to what's the in between like spirit world in
Limbo?
Catholicism in limbo, so that he could live in limbo with Genkai forever.
See, I have to argue that. I don't think he wanted to go to... I don't think limbo was his end goal. I think his end goal was to just find somebody stronger than him, and that's it.
But Koenma says that at one point.
Yeah.
When Toguro, while dead, in spirit form, gets sent to the afterlife, to Koenma's desk, Koenma realizes that Togoro's whole plan was to help Yusuke Urameshi be a better fighter. He's like, hey, I'll forgive all your transgressions. You can go back to the living world. Togoro's like, no, I want to go to limbo. This was my plan the entire time. Because we get a scene where the blue ogre, who's Koenma's assistant, is hanging out with Koenma while they watch Toguro walk over to limbo. And they realize that the spirit version of Genkai is there at the same time. And that's where Toguro finally spills his guts, being like, hey, I did all this bullshit so that I could live with you forever.
I just, like, maybe I'm fucking stupid, but, like, I saw that scene too, and I'm just like, I can't fathom him wanting that just for the forever I think he just wants to go to limbo because he feels like he deserves it.
I think so at a certain point too, because Genkai does say, like, hey, I don't belong here in limbo. I'm going to go back to the real afterlife. So you're both getting like that exposition from Koenma being like, oh, maybe he wanted his last like conversation with Genkai, but then you're led to believe that he kind of wished for the punishment in and of himself. And you hear Koenma saying like, no one's really going to know what the fuck Toguro wanted because he's playing multi-dimensional chess every which way. Like, he's kind of playing all of us.
Yeah, and it's kind of disappointing, at least to me, as far as writing goes. I mean, we've seen genius writing throughout these 2 seasons. And it seems like what I felt, I can no longer feel because of this.
Right.
You know? And I don't like it. I don't like that this bad fucking asshole guy got his way.
That he was secretly a good person this entire time because he was trying to, like, avenge everybody.
I was just about to say that.
But he did get his way because, like, in the next season...
That's why he got his way. That's why I don't like.
So, like, to kind of jump the gun a little bit, he did get his way. And, like, in the next season, you get to see, like, Spirit World and Demon World, those fucking lines of what's good and bad get really fucking turned into, like, shades of gray.
50 Shades of Grey, would you say?
69 shades.
69 Shades of Grey.
But, jokes aside, like, you get to see, like, and you've seen it too, CJ, like, Demon World, Spirit World, those lines of what's good and what's bad actually get, and Human World, get really turned, like, what's good and what's bad isn't what is presented, and you get to see a very different light as to...
What condones those decisions or that behavior?
Exactly, like, who are demons, who are humans, who are apparitions, and you start to see, like, a totally different light of everything going on.
Oh, man, I can't wait for you guys to watch this.
Yeah, I actually, we were talking about this off recording, but I thought you guys had seen the rest of the series. I didn't know you hadn't seen the rest of the series.
We like to milk our episodes, so we watch one season at a time so that people come back for more.
It brings in the viewership.
It does. It gets so much deeper, and it's such a good storytelling. It ties up a couple loose ends from the season we just saw right now. It's so good. It's so good.
Well, I'm excited to have you back in like a month or 2 to talk about it again. But I do know we want to have you back to talk about Trigun. We know we want to have CJ back to talk about further episodes of One Piece.
As soon as I catch up.
As soon as I catch up. And there's just so many things we want to talk about right now. Because even this next week... Well, I don't know if you want to go into the Nerd Down, Aldo.
Oh, Nerd Down?
Nerd Down.
Nerd Down.
Nerd Down.
Nerd Down.
Welcome to the Nerd Down, nerds.
At the beginning of this Nerd Down, we do want to reiterate that everyone should enter our November giveaway by using the hashtag Nerds for the Homeless. That is NERDSFORHOMELESS in an original tweet or Instagram post to be entered into our November giveaway. And for every like and retweet on Twitter or Instagram, we will be donating to the El Paso Coalition of the Homeless.
Correct. Very good people over there. They reached out to us last time that we made a donation to them. We called them because me and Drew did not want to mismanage the money that we were going to spend for them. So I called them. They told me that what they need is individual drinks. So if you guys can get some
Sprites, Coca-Cola, all that stuff.
Maybe some non-sugar drinks, maybe some
bottled water is
bottled water. You know what I'm saying? But they're very good people out there. Honestly, my goal here is maybe if I can cook a turkey for them and know their schedule and see if I can drop it off when they're getting served food.
How much like and retweets would we need for that? Do you think?
I don't know, man. A small turkey is
15,000.
I mean, a medium turkey is like $20, $25.
So we need like $25 worth of.
So nerds, if you guys can please give us away 25 likes, retweets, comments, anything.
That's
nothing.
Over the span of a month,
I will cook a turkey. Get in touch with the shelter and see if I can drop it off just in time for, feeding hour and stuff like that.
I will donate every turkey that Aldo wants to make.
I'm sorry, what?
I will donate a turkey that anybody else wants to donate that Aldo wants to make.
Okay, I'll make turkeys. I can make turkeys every day.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So if we get 50 likes, that's 2 turkeys.
Yeah, that's true.
If we get 100 likes, that's 4 turkeys.
4 turkeys.
I'll imagine we got 4 turkeys,
likes,
that'd be lit.
Yeah, when we get to 70 likes, I'll throw in the 3rd turkey easily.
But yes, please, we encourage you to help out. You know, it's hard times for people that are out there in the streets, lonely, cold. You know.
Be like Marshawn Lynch. Give back to your community.
Great interview, by the way.
Right.
Years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Is this
sports ball?
I'm just
sports ball.
Sports ball
Marshawn Lynch is this great
Can you get some more drink?
football player who grew up in an impoverished situation, and now he exclusively gives back to his community. So, but what we want to talk about in the Nerd Down is like a general discussion of just like nerd activities that everyone's participating in.
We have 4 nerds in the fucking podcast room right now.
We have 4 nerds in the room. I think CJ had something he wanted to bring up right now.
Actually, yeah. What I've been watching a lot of on HBO Max, kind of random, but I used to watch it when I was younger, is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, man. That show is so impressive.
What's that?
Whose Line Is It?
It's a show basically all about improv. Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. Check it out. If you ever want to laugh
with Drew Carey.
If you ever seen the Drew Carey show, it's basically some of the cast from the Drew Carey show, like Ryan Stiles,
Ryan
Sherwood, dude. Oh man, God. hilarious group of people. It has Wayne Brady on the show.
Oh, I like Wayne Brady.
So good. If you have HBO Max, I highly advise check it out.
Before, Chappelle got all fucking weird like a few weeks ago. Do you guys remember that clip on Chappelle Show with Wayne Brady?
Yeah.
Which one?
The only clip with Wayne Brady.
Yeah, it was where he was just smoke this shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. No after school special. Smoke this shit.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that you like to get wet. That's PC Pete, motherfucker.
I'm Wayne Brady, bitch.
That's what's so depressing about like Chappelle's most recent run, because he quit Chappelle's Show because people were approaching him and his kids in public, like regurgitating like the offensive shit that he was saying on Chappelle's Show. Dave Chappelle's most recent stand-up says that like he should be allowed to say whatever stupid shit he wants to say, whether it be homophobic, transphobic, racist, sexist, whatever. Because if not, then you're just being like a shut-in prude who shouldn't be allowed to exist in society.
Man, and I've been having this squabble in my head about what Dave Chappelle's last special was to me.
Yeah.
I love Dave Chappelle. I love the Chappelle Show.
That last special was shit.
That last special was different.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't comedy. It was just him complaining.
It's him bitching.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're a comedian. If you want to bring homophobic jokes, if you want to bring transphobic jokes, if you want to bring...
to be funny.
If you want to bring Jew jokes, Muslim jokes, Islam jokes, whatever you want to bring, cool. But making it the entirety of the midsection of your special, it rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't comedy.
It's because the thing that rubs me wrong around it is like his impression of trans people in the US that are giving him gripe are exclusively white trans people. Because his whole thing is like, how are you as a trans person going to come at me and claim that like me and my people have never experienced anything? I'm black. Like we came through the civil rights era, we like helped fight in the Civil War against slavery and stuff like that, and that I understand. Mm-hmm. But he is totally being disingenuous to like black trans people or Hispanic trans people who are marginalized groups who are not only trying to fight against like the transphobia, but like 400 years worth of like racism at that same point. Because his thing is like, you're never gonna match our 400 years. Right.
Which is a bad thing to do. You can never compare your suffering to my.
You can never do that, and it's not only that, but like talking pure statistics, the most harmed group in the LGBT community is black trans women. Mm-hmm. And that's so like mind blowing that he would totally blow that off. It's like, dude, there's totally people that have an attraction or a fetish, whatever, to this certain group of like marginalized people. And you are saying their struggle doesn't matter because you can't joke about their struggle anymore.
Like, you can't make a profit off of it.
Yeah, that's so, like, that breaks my brain trying to... And like, to all this point, I love Dave Chappelle. Like,
dude, I grew up... I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Dude, growing up, I listened, watched, saw Chappelle show on TV. Maybe, possibly, not even maybe. It was the funniest show of all time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Without any question, funniest show of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He did it in such a way that was like, nothing was ever tacky.
Comedy Central has been trying to recreate Dave Chappelle's show for 20 years.
Kill and Peel?
Key and Peele. Yeah. Key and Peele.
Like, not once did I ever see that show and I was like, you know what? I feel like, oh, that shit is so funny. I'm going to drop an N-bomb. Like, dude, I knew, like...
The wrong with it, but you understood
like,
the funny
dude,
side of it.
I knew my place. Like, dude, I'm never going to say that shit. Like,
Right.
why the fuck would I ever drop an N-bomb, like, on anyone? And I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's just something I feel super passionate about. It's like, okay, like, me being a fucking Hispanic in El Paso...
A fucking Hispanic?
a heckin' Hispanic.
Oh, a heckin' Hispanic.
Like, obviously, we're minorities in, like, the real world, quote unquote, but, like, dude, I'm never gonna see something like the skits that happen. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you know what? I'm gonna fucking just drop, like, I'm a Hispanic, I'm a minority, I'm gonna drop N-bombs and, like, no, dude.
You're
like,
not getting mind of Mencia, this bitch.
Exactly. And that's what I was gonna say. On the other side of the spectrum, you have unfunny Carlos Mencia just ripping on fucking Mexicans and making Mexican his image when he's not Mexican, and that's not funny. That wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny. Like, if anybody listened to it and actually knew his background, you're like...
Shut the fuck
up.
up.
Exactly.
It's only funny if you don't know what comedy
And then you would think,
Yeah.
and then you would think that what Dave Chappelle went through with Comedy Central and stepping away from the Chappelle Show, you would think that his understanding about Comedy Central making his image being an N-word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think he would understand to be more sensitive to a group that is oppressed.
And to that point, I'm so glad you brought up like him stepping away and like all that stuff, because when Dave Chappelle signed with Netflix like 5-6 years ago already, it really felt like he had this understanding of where the world was, where he was, where his comedy was, where his career ended up, where his influence led to. And what's so amazing about those first few specials back at Netflix is that they're so he has like a not just an understanding, but
what's been going on.
Yeah.
He's connected. He's not unplugged.
Yes, he's so connected.
It's like an awareness.
Exactly. He has this awareness of the culture, which is so hard for everybody. You know what I mean? There's people that will like meet a random person at a party and talk about how everyone's secretly sexist, so it's okay if they are, right? Which doesn't exist, right? But Dave Chappelle had this understanding of where he ended up in just the realm of everything. And this most recent special makes him feel so disconnected and such a boomer about it. He's so like, I can't say transphobic jokes or else I'm gonna get canceled, even if they're not funny. Like, if it was funny, I really, really feel like everyone would have like a better understanding for it.
That's the thing. Like, to piggyback off exactly what you just said, like, if you say anything funny to any group that is whatever they are, if it's genuinely funny,
they don't care.
You can get away with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
mean, most people can take a joke.
Aldo says racist Filipino jokes to me all the time.
Filipino?
Yeah.
Filipino.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've heard this argument that Dave Chappelle now, just like Louis C.K., is now targeting an audience of like disconnected fucking boomers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where they're getting their money. Yeah, there's old fans like us that we like Dave Chappelle and shit like that. And I would love to see Dave Chappelle. But if I would have paid to go see that special...
And it's just him bitching that he can't say transphobic jokes for 45 minutes?
I would have been pissed off.
I miss storytelling Dave. Because storytelling Dave was the best.
I miss seeing fucking Black Sheep. Doodly, 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 doodly.
Yeah, dude, that's just fucking awesome.
But like, we all... maybe we're a little bit fucking blessed or whatever you want to call it. Like, we got to see the funniest thing maybe of all time.
Ever in TV.
In
television.
Ever.
Yeah.
And we got to fucking see that.
In context. Because imagine, like, somebody that's 17 right now trying to go back and trying to watch the Chappelle Show. Like, I'm sure they get certain jokes.
Yeah.
But a lot of it was period comedy.
Yeah.
And they're never going to get that.
If you know, you know type stuff.
There's 2 or 3 generations right now that are never going to understand the appeal of Dave Chappelle.
Absolutely.
Which breaks my heart.
Because that was, Chappelle Show was at the time, and even now. No, you know what? Even now. It was the funniest show I've ever seen of all time.
No, absolutely.
Amazing.
It's like the Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem for his lyrics of like 30 years ago.
Yeah,
but see, weird. Eminem made... That's what people forget.
Eminem never grew up from there.
But Eminem made a career off of being canceled before being canceled was a thing.
Yeah.
Remember, that's the joke of Eminem.
Yeah. He was in courtrooms every fucking month.
Eminem had controversy from controversy from the age of 19. You know what I mean? There was nonstop.
But then, like, from there, he never grew up. It's just like, oh, I'm still saying a fucking F-bomb and N-bomb no matter what.
I think he did, but he's sober enough to, like, be able to manipulate, like, the narrative around him.
I mean, don't get me wrong. His upbringing was tough, you know what I'm saying? And I get where he was coming from at the time.
Yeah, I get it. But like after fucking $60, $70 million,
exactly. It's a little diluted. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, everybody had a tough upbringing, so it's like, yeah, we understand. We get you.
Did your mom?
Now you're a millionaire. Dude,
did your mom put Percocets on your eggs?
Yeah.
If we were all so lucky.
Absolutely. It's... Fuck. I don't even know.
It's crazy. But Dune is a movie that it's out.
Have you seen Dune?
I have not seen Dune.
Since you guys motivated me so much, I'll watch it tonight.
Dune is... So, I love American literature, right? When I was an undergrad, there was a certain point that I considered picking up a second minor in literature. Because for whatever reason at Texas Tech University, like the biology students had to take 2 literature electives. So I took Intro to Fiction, I took Intro to Poetry. Fucking fell in love with poetry. Robert Frost is my fucking dog. You know what I mean?
Poetry? That's pretty nice.
Dog. Honestly, and I got an A+ in that class. Like, don't try to talk
Nerd
about
alert.
But my thing is that, like, I absolutely adore American literature. And the thing famously about Dune, the novel series, is that it's impossible to adapt.
Actually, to be fair, Star Wars and Lucas stole
it's all stolen from That's what I was telling Aldo. That's what I was telling Aldo. If you watch Dune, the 2021 release,
just add samurai suit.
You understand all of the original Star Wars series.
Because fucking George Lucas stole all that shit from the original. Dude.
And I think he got away with it too, because the Dune series was only like digestible in novel form. Who the fuck reads a 300-pound novel?
Since you're talking about the novel form, answer me this. Since it's like a big controversy, I guess, is clearly if you've read the books, you know that Zendaya's character is like rarely in the book. So knowing that going into seeing the movie, why are people so mad?
She's barely in the movie.
Yeah, like why?
She's barely in the movie.
People say that like in the trailer, that's like pretty much all.
Because it was a marketing gimmick. It's a marketing gimmick. This is the most famous actress in the fucking world. Her name
I can't
is
lie,
Zendaya.
that got me into the reason why I want to watch
Bro,
it.
half the reason, like, I get excited for the most recent Batman trailer is fucking...
Zoe?
Yeah. Exactly. You get exactly what I'm saying. So, like, how are you going to tell a 15-year-old that didn't never realize that Dune was a novel? How are you going to get them to the movies? You throw Zendaya on the fucking screen.
Michelle Pfeiffer in the old
all over the trailer. It's like, this is basically her whole appearance in the movie.
Exactly. But a gripe I have seen frequently on Twitter from like from content creators that I like is that Dune the film is treated as a white savior complex, which I understand, but I also don't understand.
Like the Bible?
Elaborate.
Jesus was brown.
Yes. Wait, what?
Jesus was like it is so it's about a colonizer, a European aristocrat coming to a planet that is not his own to mine a mineral that everybody needs, a la gold, a la oil, whatever. And being the savior of this group of marginalized people that live out in the middle of fuck-ass nowhere desert and teaching them to overthrow the government that's suppressing them. And that coming from a white guy is seen as the white savior syndrome.
Correct.
Oh, okay,
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
It reminds me of the anime with the robots,
Neon Genesis.
No. Yeah, Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann?
No, wait, not Gurren Lagann. Was it Gurren Lagann?
What?
Yeah, Gurren Lagann. Yeah.
Yeah?
It reminds me of that. Yeah. The beginning of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I get you.
Some other fucking nerdy things me and Roby got into was we just fist bumped on mic.
Thank you for fisting me.
Anytime, brother. We saw No Time to Die with James Bond with Daniel Craig.
Fuck, that was so good.
It's good, man.
It's because I've been trying to watch it for like a month straight, but it's so hard to like schedule around because it's like a 4-hour fucking movie.
You know what? It was long, and it was fan service, and it was perfect.
Bro, Dune is a 4-hour fucking movie.
It's exactly what you need.
No, Dune's like exactly 2 hours.
Dude, no Time to Die was fan service.
It was
And
so good,
dude.
dog.
I'll admit that any day of the week.
No, it is.
It's fan service, but it's done well.
Alcoholism, misogyny. I like it. I like it.
No Time to Die, and action, and just fucking petty wittiness. Oh god, all of it was perfect.
I do really want to watch it, but then like it's because the past like month it's super hard to watch movies because everything good that was supposed to come out the past year and a half is coming out right now. You know what I mean? Like the Eternals came out Thursday. I want to go see the Eternals.
It's
Monday.
amazing.
I've heard.
Twitter's upset about it. Twitter said it sucks.
There's a Celestial in there apparently.
Twitter says it sucks dick.
A lot of people think it sucks dick, bro. But honestly, a lot of people thought the X-Men sucked dick because of the diversity when it came out of the comics during the fucking 60s. You know?
I hate that like half of all nerds are shut-ins that like never interact with real people. Because even before the movie came out, I saw nerds being like, why are they trying to gayify the Eternals? This shit's terrible. Like, why are they trying to be so inclusive?
Bro, once the X-Men come out in the MCU, people are gonna be mad as hell because that shit, it was about civil rights, it was about oppressed people, and people are just gonna lose their shit. If they can't take Eternals, I saw Eternals last Friday. That shit is awesome.
The FBI killed Martin Luther King.
The FBI killed Martin Luther King.
I agree.
And Malcolm X.
And Malcolm X.
There was a big coke smuggling operation.
Oh, yeah, the coke. Yeah, they
possibly.
The CIA found
Kennedy.
information that the CIA never distributed drugs to low-income communities. So,
I mean,
fact check.
That's well known, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
What are we talking about? The Eternals? It's tight.
It is really good.
There's a Celestial, right?
Yes. There's two Celestials.
Which I think Galactus is going to be. So, actually, to take it back even further, King the Conqueror was, part of fucking what's
Loki?
his face? Loki. But I think that's just leading up to
Fantastic Four, amazingness. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the
I get
reboot.
it. I get it absolutely. And to your point, to bringing a massive.
Dude, Galactus is gigantic.
If they
Exactly.
bring Galactus into the story, does that mean that Captain America comes back? Because remember, Captain America...
No. We have Black Captain America.
Yeah, we have Black Captain America.
Well, I know white Captain America. Like,
Oh,
uppercuts the
whoa, you
shit.
wanna-
Yeah, okay,
whoa,
sorry,
whoa,
sorry.
whoa, raise
I'm
into
just
it.
I'm just saying. The
No, Falcon's
other
Captain
Captain
America.
America uppercuts the shit out of Galactus, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but I believe the
Silver
main
Surfer
hero,
might come back.
I believe the main hero that defeats Galactus was Silver Surfer. But to your point, Roby, to bring in this massive characters into the movies, they can definitely do it. They can definitely bring in Galactus because let me tell you, Eternals, I didn't know what I was walking into.
Right.
I know the Eternals. I know what they are. I know what they do, and it was a great movie. They brought in the first, death.
But there's also a sex scene in there.
Is there?
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Is it Angelina Jolie?
Nope.
No.
But Angelina Jolie,
You wish.
Angelina Jolie is Tomb Raider in that fucking movie, bro. She's dope as fuck in that fucking movie.
For being old.
For being old, she's
Whoa.
like 40.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. So, wait, super quick. One of my favorite little quips is like, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Twitter, and like everyone was like fucking shitting on Kamari. He was like, you took all these steroids, you got so buff to shoot fucking lasers out of your fingers. Dude, I laughed so hard at that. I still haven't seen the movie, but I'm like,
Hey, his
hilarious.
His character is really good.
He's made fun of for being ripped as fuck in the most recent season of Big Mouth. Because he's a comedian at heart, right?
That show,
so
man.
you hate Big Mouth. You are wild. Big Mouth is the funniest show currently airing. You are crazy.
To me, Big Mouth is not.
That's how I'm gonna give the sex talk to my kid when he grows up. I'm like, just watch Big Mouth. Here you go.
Exactly. But like Big Mouth, Kumari's made fun of because it's like
Who's Kumari?
the brown guy from
the only fucking brown guy in Eternals.
No. But
No. I know
what's
who
the movie
Kumari
where they
is.
went to White Castle?
Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar. It's
Carl
Kumar.
Penn.
It's
No.
it's Kumar from Harold and Kumar.
No way.
No, Carl Penn is.
Yeah, I was
Kumar.
like, there's no. It's,
Oh.
it's
Who
that-
actually
yeah,
just
yeah,
came
yeah.
out as
He
gay.
just came out as gay. Happy for him, dude.
Yeah, he just had a partner. They're married.
He's the
Congrats.
He's the Indian Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tight, actually.
What?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
But that's Carl Penn. Wrong
Kinda
Indian
random.
guy. No, but I'm saying, who is he in the Big Mouth show?
He has his own character. He's named.
Oh, okay.
He's
okay.
named because he's one of the characters like fantasies. Because it's like, oh, I don't want to work out, or I don't want to be hot. I don't have to do this and that. And it's just like, what? You don't want to be ripped and hot like me, bro? Like, just come through.
Okay.
So he has a named character
Okay.
in the Big Mouth show, season 5.
Great show, by the way.
I expect everyone to watch. And Inside Job. I was talking about Inside Job earlier on in the episode. It's hilarious because it has one good laugh in the episode, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but compared to
a laugh or like a fucking
a guffaw, a guffaw.
guffaws are good, man.
That's what I'm saying because it's
a
like
guffaw?
because it's
A guffaw is like
we're
the fucking
all
seed of
like
life.
we're all like older millennials here. We're all like between 28 and 31, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, we're getting fucking old.
In between.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all getting fucking old. But what's funny about Inside Job is that it's strictly millennial humor. It's things like making fun of people liking anime.
It's Rick and Morty-esque, right?
Rick and Morty is funny because
It's so outlandish.
it panderizes society as a whole,
Season
right?
5 is meh.
I love season.
What's the
5.
most recent season?
Yeah, 5.
It is 5.
Everything's on a
I would
cob.
say 4 is meh. 5 is good because it canonizes everything.
Okay, I agree.
Without wanting to canonize.
me-
Right. It's like, you wanted us to canonize this shit, so now we're gonna fucking canonize it. Look at what we're gonna fucking do. Everything you fucking nerds were theorizing this whole time was true. Are you fucking happy? Did that add to the viewing experience?
No.
That's what makes season 5 funny. It's
Yes.
like, you nerds wanted to care so fucking much that we're gonna canonize everything, and we're gonna show you why none of it matters.
So
Are
what's
you fucking
this?
happy?
So what's this show about? What was it?
Inside Job is about how there is a company that that executes everything that like the shadow government wants, right? So they have a lab that has all the Kennedys inside of it.
Lizard people.
Lizard people think there's a whole episode strictly about lizard people. It's about and it's about how
Metaverse,
like
what?
it's about how like this one genius daughter of the ex-CEO of the company that executes all the secret government things is undermined by this new employee who's just literally this dumbass frat bro. He's fucking Kuwabara of the company of the shadow government. Yeah. But the joke about it is that he's trying his best to be this fake, cheerful employee. But they're literally being like, hey, we're going to go kill half the population because the shadow government wants it. We're going to go participate in the Lizard People Society meeting because the shadow government wants it. Which it's funny because it's so like, it's so post-cultural sad. You know what I mean? If the 90s in American pop culture or the late 80s were peak American culture because everything was so canonized. Everybody knew every Ghostbusters reference.
Dude,
Everybody
90s was peak fucking American culture reference because of the 80s and the 90s. And that was it. Like, just 90s culture was it.
But imagine the fallout from that.
Yeah.
That's how Inside Job feels. Imagine the fallout from you being too in love with peak 80s culture.
So I grew up, I am the youngest of
8.
3 older brothers.
Okay.
We're 6 and 12 years apart. Growing up, my first thing I really ever listened to was like 9 Inch Nails, 311, So, like, growing up and listening to all that, like, dude, 90s music is my favorite music of all time. Fantasy by Mariah Carey is my favorite song of all time. Just throwing it out there.
As long as it's not fucking the Christmas one. Jesus Christ.
That's my second.
I hear those.
Song.
I
actually...
Jesus Christ likes Christmas music.
Actually,
everybody likes
fucking
Christmas music.
playlist.
I hate Christmas music.
I actually
That's
have
such
a
a
Mariah
lie.
Carey playlist.
Everybody
I
likes
like
Christmas
Christmas
music.
Mariah
Yes.
Carey.
I just don't like it blasted.
All I want
Yes,
for
I know.
Christmas is
Or-
you.
No, God, no. I can't do it.
But
And
jokes
then-
aside, like, dude, listening to, like, growing up listening to 90s music, that is my favorite genre of all time. So, like, everything that I see, that I hear, that I think of is rooted into, dude, 90s is, like, my favorite era ever.
Right.
You are born in
1990 or
90? 90?
90.
90, that's right.
But,
91.
so what I was telling Drew right now is, like, my older two brothers were 6 and 12 years older than me. So, like, growing up, like, I'm like, oh, my fucking...
You
bigger
like what
brothers-
they liked.
Yeah, my bigger brother's listening to 311 Amber at the first time ever. I want to hear this. My oldest brother's listening to fucking 9 Inch Nails, like Pretty Hate Machine. I'm like, oh,
Which is a great song.
this is great. The entire album's amazing. So, like, listening to, like, 90s, I'm like, oh, that shit has shaped me so much. In every way, shape, and form.
To your point, Drew, the fallout to a lot of like pop culture during 80s and 90s is not translating very well right now into like...
It's because what I hate is like 10 years ago when I was trying to rediscover like 80s media is I watched Revenge of the Nerds. And I was like, holy shit, this is the greatest fucking... Here's the thing. Revenge of the Nerds is totally cancelable, which I hate is like a term, but because it has a rape scene. It has a literal rape scene about a girl not knowing who she's having sex with because it's the guy behind a mask.
Correct.
And the gimmick in this scene is that he ends up being better than her girlfriend, even behind a mask, and she ends up falling in love with him. Which is such like a rapey kind of vibe. It's
Honestly,
just like, what do you mean you're not gonna like me? The minute I rape you, you're gonna like me no matter what. Like, that's so like...
To me, it's kind of like, what was the writer like fantasizing about in that movie?
Exactly. But that's why like Revenge of the Nerds has not held up.
Yeah.
Correct. And like, if I can come up with like a thing that kind of tried to translate some of the shit that happened in the 80s, 90s was like American Pie early on.
Yes.
Was really... It refined... what needed to refine, but was still grouchy. It was still, bad, grouchy humor. You know what I'm saying? But
Raunchy?
Raunchy.
It makes me think of the movie, what's it called?
American Psycho? Wait.
No. With Tom... Road Trip.
Road Trip was a good film.
It makes me feel like those raunchy type of films like that.
But yeah, not a lot of shit can get past now. Like, those rapey shits back in the day, those I'm gonna drop a fucking pill in your drink kind of shit.
No, absolutely. And that's what's so weird is because like even jokes about like I'm literally a sustainability professional, right? Like I have a master's in environmental sustainability. And it's ironic me working with a bunch of like boomers and hearing what they think sustainability is. It's totally like the gimmicks from the 80s and 90s being like, oh, if everybody recycles or if everybody uses less energy, we're somehow going to solve the climate crisis, right? Which is such like a lie. You know what I mean? Because I work collaboratively with the Congresswoman's Climate Change Advisory Group, and we're trying to create a climate action report that's about using less energy, right? One of those things is that El Paso Electric is a collaborative contributor, but if 45% of their energy grid comes from natural gas that emits at almost 1 kiloton per megawatt hour, that's not going to solve anything, right? Nothing the individual does matters unless there's a reformation of the energy sector.
Dude, because it's all based off of the top fucking 100 companies fucking polluting the world.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you said it. Because that sounds hyper political because Elon Musk jumped on Twitter and be like, hey, everybody don't tax me. Look, think of how much money I can give to charity.
Dude,
fuck you.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Which is non-taxable, isn't it? Like the charities. Isn't that the main reason why they do all that shit?
Exactly.
And then just funnel it back into their bank account.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Dude, it's not even the fucking top 100 companies or whatever. It's like, dude, you know that in the United States, everyone that's at the very top making the most amount of money is making the most amount of pollution.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's 100 companies in the world that are providing 90% of the carbon emissions for the entire world.
And dude.
But if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't want to get taxed.
Exactly. That's why it's so mind-blowing.
I would hate to go from fucking $1 billion to $540 million.
It's an unbelievable amount of money, and that I can't believe they don't want to give up. I saw a tweet from Elon Musk today that was like, hey, everybody, should I give up 10% of my net wealth to charity? Which, like CJ was saying earlier, everything's tax deductible. You can literally just not be taxed for the next 10 years if you give away $50 billion. But not only that, in the replies, he's talking about all my wealth and all my presumed income is coming from the rise in my stock value. Because I don't take in a salary as the Tesla CEO.
Which I feel like that's a huge...
It's a fucking cop-out.
Yeah.
It's a cop-out.
Ginormous. And that's why it's such a joke, because the joke about the Tesla stock, it's that it's wholly over, it's too valuable. Everyone knows that if Tesla only makes $500 million a year, why the fuck is their stock worth so much?
Yeah.
Because it's a scam. Because Elon Musk, as the celebrity, not the billionaire Tesla CEO,
As the Twitter Mongol,
mogul has manipulated the market so much that he convinced people to buy Doge, to buy Tesla stock. All this bullshit, because there's a certain group of fucking nerds that believe that if they give into that gimmick that they're going to be equally as successful as Elon Musk, which is never going to happen.
Which I want to say, if you are going to look into...
I like how you raised your hand.
Sorry. Which I'm going to say, if you are going to look into those e-coins and whatever the fuck that is, just please look at the white pages, because that basically explains everything in detail, that what you're getting into, so that way you know that shit's not a fucking scam. Because I know so many people come up with those fucking
people lost $100 million in the Squid Game coin last week.
Oh man,
Squid Game coin?
Dude,
yes.
People. Okay, so these group of, I guess, people, whatever, rich ass motherfuckers, they basically made a Squid Game coin, right? So people started funneling money into it, and so these people funneled millions of dollars inside of it, right? Which made the value of it go so high. And then they just pulled their money out, which made it basically crash. So they they got so much
people
money
that were
out
hosting
of that.
the servers for the coin backed out. So now there's no backing for the coin. There's no blockchain for the coin, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Damn.
So people lost hundreds of millions of dollars off of a literal scam.
Dude,
it's a legal scam because because
Wall Street doesn't get in trouble.
Because e-coins aren't regulated.
Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people put money into it thinking oh man,
this is the next big thing.
Well, since Squid Game is so hot right now. Yeah, exactly. That's one thing I hate that people capitalize on, is people I don't want to miss out on this possible chance right now. So it's
but
I
that's
have to
everybody.
Yeah, that's the
allure of everybody.
That's what they feed on, man. Is that's what captures everybody into the scam. Is they know people are oh man, I can't miss out on this, so I have to pump money into that shit. And all they do is capitalize on people's mistakes or misplaced hope, and it's just it's so sad to see.
I'm currently hoping that the housing market crashes again.
That shit would be tight. That shit would be excellent.
That shit would be awesome, because me and my girlfriend are in the process of trying to buy a house. And I don't know if I told you about this yesterday about what Zillow is doing. Roby, are you familiar with what Zillow is doing?
Zillow is
Zillow.
I'm sorry. Zillow is a fucking evil fucking
corporation. Oh, dude. Okay, so they took advantage in making this.
Trust me, I keep up with all these evil, terrible things.
They took advantage of what happened in 2008. They bought a shitload of homes. They made a platform to sell these homes at a at a super high price than what they got them from.
They have to sell more.
Absolutely. So now Zillow's holy shit, the market's about to crash. I can't sell these fucking houses. Guess what? I'm going to drop the price, 75% of the price I'm going to drop on all these houses. But they're only selling to big banks, big Wall Street accounts. And they're not selling to regular people, bro.
Yeah.
And then fucking Wall Street people are coming over here. It's oh, well, I bought 100 houses so the market won't crash.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
To make it look like,
Did you ever see the interview from Donald Trump in like 2009 that was like, yeah, I love that the housing market crashed. Like, do you know how much property I've bought in about last year? This shit's amazing. I'm about to make so much fucking money.
It's like, yeah, because they only sold to you. You know what I mean? So
exactly. And it's so evil and disgusting because like the regular people just trying to like find a place to live with their whole ass family for the next fucking year.
And it's crazy because since like how Aldo said it was 75%, that shit was so affordable to even the average middle class person. So
they artificially spiked the housing markets in like select few cities, and now that like it's become a huge issue as opposed to like what Aldo's talking about, like selling to regular people so the market deflates. They want to keep it artificially inflated, which is like the most evil fucking thing you can do.
And it sucks that us as millennials, we experienced the housing market crashing in 2008 when we were not thinking of buying a house.
Bitch, I was 15.
And then the same boomers that crashed the market were able to fucking buy a bigger house, a bigger home, and sell their house they're currently in, and they doubled down on that shit.
And you know what? We're never going to fucking experience Social Security.
No. But
that's it. Like,
you had something to say about Squid Game?
Actually, since you brought it up about the whole Squid Game,
No, you brought it up.
Well, I brought it up, but since he mentioned Squid Game,
me as in Drew.
Yeah, Drew, me as in Drew.
You
as in Drew. Have you guys seen Squid Game?
Yeah. We talked about Squid Game like 2-3 weeks ago.
I was just about to say, because I remember you guys talking about it before, but I honestly don't remember how.
Yeah, it's on our Red Line episode.
Yeah.
I don't remember in depth on how you guys got into it, so. But I do remember that you guys talked about it.
Do you have any comments about it?
Yes, there's so many things I would have done differently than the contestants in the games.
What do you mean?
Not for massive crippling debt?
No. Okay, for example,
that's a good one.
The glass game, right? You know how they all took off their shoes?
Yeah.
What I would have done.
Start throwing your shoes at the glass.
No. Well, that too. But I would have tied the shoes together to make this one big ass, like, kind of pendulum swing, and just do what Drew said.
There's hypotheticals in the show, though.
No, but I'm saying there's no rules.
They have like 30 seconds to decide. Like,
no rules against,
you can decide all you want off of like the collective information network of the internet.
Okay, well, another thing that I wanted to bring up is that there was no rules against all of them winning. So I don't get why they all turned against each other. Because there was no specific.
Well, the incentive is the cash.
It was obviously the incentive is the cash.
It was because of the Korean chomo.
But they still could have worked together.
They could have. They should have.
So it's just like, to me, I was like, man, if it was me, our odds are better if we all fucking work together and try to get through this as one, rather than let's all turn against each other and just like murder the shit at each other when the lights are off.
I think that's ironic that's where you're like, not ironic. I think it's like cool that's where your brain goes, because what I interpreted the story of Squid Game being is about how like the oppressive nature of capitalism will squeeze out the most vulnerable people that participate in the system.
And like just pull out their traits.
Right, but for you, it's kind of like the individualist aspect that a pro-capitalist would like try to argue, being like, no, it's about your inner nature, it's about your drive, it's about what you make of the situation you're given. It's about like picking yourself up by the bootstraps, right?
Which you can't.
Which you can't. Was my interpretation of Squid Game, which is different from CJ's, which is like, in Squid Game, it is telling you no matter how hard you try, there is a system around you trying to keep you down, because that's how they make their money. That's what exploits you and makes like the system go around, is the exploitation of the bottom like group of people.
Yeah, there's so many of us, and we're oppressed by so little of them.
We're all oppressed by like 6 billionaires.
Yeah, dog, crazy. Do we have anything else nerdy? Did you watch Lamb?
I did watch Lamb. Did you watch Lamb?
I didn't watch Lamb.
I did not watch Lamb.
Anything good? Anything bad? Anything?
It's marketed as a horror. I don't think there was anything horror about it until the very last 10 minutes. It's an A24 film in the sense that it makes no fucking sense until the very end. Most of Lamb for me is a director with no assets, like absolutely jerking himself off, So if it's filmed in like Sweden or in like Norwegian and like these like different like sceneries, entire scenes are just the scenery, like nonstop.
I feel like that's where directors go to jerk themselves off, like either Sweden and
New Zealand,
New Zealand and shit.
No, that's exactly how it feels for most of it, because like it is a completely void of plot for like an hour and 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes is just like, remember those split-second scenes that you saw in the first 30 minutes? Now they all matter. So, Lamb's good, but it's not like Green Knight good. It's not like...
Ooh, Green Knight was great.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like a lot of these other A24 films.
It's not like Hereditary good?
It's definitely not Hereditary good.
Because Hereditary was amazing.
A lot of people give me shit for not liking Midsommar. It was
I hate Midsommar.
It was a pretty movie, but...
No. Fuck that.
But it's not good.
There's a rape scene in that movie.
It's because Midsommar wants you to be uncomfortable. I cannot stand when media wants me to be uncomfortable. I am literally giving you my time to be entertained, and you are saying, fuck your entertainment, I'm just going to make you miserable for 90 minutes.
Well, Lighthouse made me feel uncomfortable, but I loved every minute.
I couldn't finish Lighthouse.
Yeah, I like Lighthouse.
Lighthouse is good.
I couldn't finish Lighthouse.
The ending was a little bit like, what? But it was pretty good. I liked it. It was really good.
But I think that's about all of the nerd topics we have at the end of this episode. Thank you to Roby. Thank you to CJ.
Join us next week with Rachel Fruit Basket Season 2.
Absolutely. Which is funny, hilarious. I know I'm supposed to be ending this episode, but like over the last 90 days, our most popular episode has been the episode with Rachel, which was Season 1 of Fruits Basket. Mm-hmm. Catch us next week for Season 2 of Fruits Basket with Rachel. You can hear her lady voice nonstop, you dirty fucking nerds. And this has been Between
Nerds.
Great timing, guys.
Nerd down?